Hello, chat. This is Cleo sitting down. I don't have chat pulled up yet. Oh, I just thought I'd say, I know that you put this tablet here to give us like a view of chat, and it has not worked the entire time.
It hasn't worked at all?
No, the video does. The chat does not. We do see when they buy stuff though, but that's it.
Why are all Apple devices awful? Why?
That's why I never got one.
I'm the DM.
Let me pull up Twitch here.
Hi, chat. Hi, Brad. B Street Homes, Bradford Street. B Street Homes joined us at the last mega session. Received an in-universe character just by happening to be the right chatter at the right time.
True.
Is this helping or hurting the break? Thanks.
Oh, Julia. I would like to request some caffeine pickup.
I would like an ocean.
Yeah, you've survived B Street.
But I want to see what Wash.
Oh, this is still good on battery. Is this one obnoxiously loud compared to the others?
It's got the voice modifier on it.
Right.
Brad Toon, hello. I saw you earlier, and I didn't get a really chance to say much, but man, it's crazy. All right, this is crazy. I'm crazy.
And Josh, you're right. These are like surprisingly comfortable.
Aren't they great?
Yeah. My ears aren't like sore.
I'm still in disbelief. All right.
They're the best headphones money can buy for less than $30.
Really good, though.
In my opinion.
I love the Big Lebowski mini. I'm not sure if you guys ever got a close up of that.
Clara's taking everyone's drink orders, chat.
But yeah, K is basically just the Big Lebowski,
Perfect.
and it looks pretty good.
You're going to our Walmart right here where the sun is. There's a whole thing of repackaged Starbucks.
Whatever you get washed, just get me. I'll make it.
I will say, I think I was caught a little off guard by them not knowing that the aboleths were bad. Or like, that the aboleths were going to betray them in some way. I was like, you went this far into this conspiracy and you thought, like, the aboleths weren't.
B Street, I'll make sure you see that mini.
Cheez-Its or hot. It's either Tabasco Cheez-Its or hot.
I'm just baffled. Baffled Sir Topham Sav.
Oh, it's not. We're gonna find it.
Like, thought the aboleths would honor that. I mean, classic, greed story, right?
Does this sound normal now? Does this mic? This was the airstrike mic.
It's a little quiet, but I do hear it.
It's a little quiet.
With the coffee.
Okay, let me make it a little louder.
I don't think hot coffee is on the table, right?
Airstrike mic.
I'll take like
you rocking with airstrike mic.
Like the the Starbucks glass bottles that you see in the fridge. I'll take one of those.
Sorry, chat. They're not all on mic, but they're all memeing on me saying airstrike mic.
But if not,
that's what's
caramel
happening right now.
They almost always have.
Hi, chat. I'm actually on mic.
Airstrike mic.
I think I'm on mic, right?
Yes, you are, Cleo.
Okay.
The mics are live. This is going nuts.
Well, I know they're live. When I have one ear open, I can't tell if I'm hearing myself or not.
Hey.
I mean, you are hearing yourself.
That could be a little bit louder, maybe. Checkity, check. Look how loud
better.
that mic's coming in so hot.
Which mic?
It's coming in
The
hot.
one Josh is using.
That's hot. Will Smith. That's hot.
Yeah,
that's hot.
That's hot.
That mic, that's hot. All right, that's hot.
I want you to know I went into the kitchen and there was like, yeah, we got all these Litos and stuff. I just devoured.
We all did.
This mic seems to be working. I'm going to turn it off.
Yeah, it's good.
Honestly, I like your mini, by the way, B Street. I'm wondering if I have it within my visual range right now. There's so many minis on the table. So many of them are dead people and enemies. Where?
Chris is gonna grab you.
I think you're over there with where Wash sits.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, I see you. I see you. You're over by the. You're actually sitting almost directly under the camera facing the DM, which is on the opposite side of the table from the DM. I don't think you needed to know that, B Street, but you now have that information. Do with it what you will. But yeah, no, I'm psyched for this. You psyched for this? The only other person on a live mic is watching their phone? No? No, he's... Okay. I want you to know, the person I'm addressing right now is not paying attention at all. But that always gets his attention. When you call him out for not paying attention, you don't say his name. No, his name won't get his attention.
Yeah,
but
Will.
when he hears somebody else talking about, man, they're not paying attention. Immediately, because I said, hey, you, and you're like,
Oh, yeah, hey,
the only
you,
other
that-
person live on the mic listening to me right now.
I wasn't looking at you.
That has nothing to do with the fact that you're the only one listening.
What do you mean? Everyone in this room is listening.
You have ear
Yeah, but they can still hear you talking.
Yeah, but I'm talking to you. I said the only
This
one
is the
on
part
live
where we
mic.
cut away to the interview out in the yard with like the foliage behind you, and then inside of the distance we see like Trevor and everyone talking, and you're like, he wasn't listening to. I was just trying to talk to him. And I can't, this is the thing that always gets me about Trevor. I'm just talking. I'm the only other one on a mic.
Don't worry about it. I'm good.
And then Trevor, it gets to an interview with Trevor, and Trevor's saying something like, no one gets my attention unless I give it to them.
Oh, no, yeah. See, Trevor, that's what you got to do. You just got to own it. Whenever, like, somebody calls you out for that, just be like, you didn't deserve it.
25 minutes.
That's how you make people mad at you.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, sorry, you're waiting on me. We're gonna just get like 10 minutes of air.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're all welcome to join. It's not like it's.
I had my 10 minutes of air. Is 10 minutes of air like 10 minutes of heaven?
No.
Oh no.
I like that.
Not like that. Not like that.
I
If you
think
want to
it
get
was
in on
funny.
the conversation, you're welcome to use this mic. Oh yeah, that's also on.
Yeah, I think we need to remind Cleo of Twitch's terms of service.
I don't know what you're talking about. No!
Yes.
Just because you need to doesn't mean you actually do. I go many times without being reminded of the Twitch terms of service. Listen, I'm just, you can't hold me back, all right? I can't be held back.
Yeah, coming close to those terms is just a bit. It's just a little
It's a
little gap.
Yeah.
It's a little gap, a little
You
bit.
can never hold Cleo back more than she holds herself back.
That's true. that's true.
Too real.
Why you gotta do that? I like all these dice. I like
you.
the wooden ones.
I'm afraid that my dice are going to get mixed with everything.
I'm afraid.
Do you know which dice are yours?
Like that's what you
I
sound like.
did
Wash.
at
Wait.
one point in time.
Oh, you were like really coming in robot-y for a second.
I know my dice. I know I
This
own the
is
bullet dice.
6-2 coming in to say, what is going on down there? You
Yeah,
guys
you're-
are crazy.
You're getting some interference. It's nowhere near as bad as the first time I heard.
It's a wireless mic. It is something new that I am trying.
Hey man, what's a mic?
Oh wait, is it near your phone?
No, it is not. I do not have a phone. I am a Synthoid console.
Okay. Sorry, I just burped in the mic again. I've had terrible mic
Wait,
etiquette.
hold on. That's your burp?
Well, no, it's like a. It's not like a burp. It's like a gas.
Wait,
It's
that
ex-
is your burp?
no.
Your burp is either
Okay.
or boo?
Usually, I just like open my throat and let it out instead of
Oh.
like
Hi, babe.
doing the like burp. You know that like comical. I just let it out.
It just does what it does.
It just does what it does.
Sometimes you gotta do what you do.
I want you like saying burp as a sound bite now. Like I want it to be like another thing on the soundboard.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, shout outs to Fox for dying.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Taking one for the team.
Rad AF.
You owe me one.
What's he gonna
do
do
owe me one.
with a month of, who's gonna take care of the month of Mellow? How's
Zoff
Kay
will.
feeling right now?
Zoff will take care of the month of Mellow.
Oh, that tracks.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had time to do like a cinematic, like, you know, either to Zoth be like, take care of the Monthermello, or to Kay just be like, sorry, I couldn't hold my promise. And it's just like,
I mean,
It was just over there going,
We can also
just provide.
yeah.
watching you from 500 feet away.
Okay, I
Oh man, he promised. Now I can't do this.
so Josh's wife had a very good thing to say, which was, Kay has done like nothing.
That's true.
But that's on brand for Kay.
It is so on brand, and that's why I hate him.
I love his mini though. We were
mini's great.
we were trying to search for like the perfect mini for Kay for so long, and I couldn't find anything. And then I stumbled across the dude from Big Lebowski, and
Oh, you cut out.
cool. Cool.
You stumbled upon the guy from Big Lebowski, and
Yeah.
nothing after that.
It was perfect. We had to go with that for his mini.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah. 100%.
Maybe if you liked Kay more, then you wouldn't have died.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe
Wow.
Maybe Fox wasn't fully committed.
Yeah, the person.
Because that was the problem.
The person who took an artillery shell to the face wasn't fully committed.
Yeah.
That's like
done
you
better.
get from like a really terrible company.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Right.
That's what they say.
Yeah, this stream is a black company, actually.
Yeah,
It's
it's
one
like,
of those like predatory companies
sorry.
from Japan.
You just didn't commit enough. I'm like, I'm dead for your behalf, for your benefit. They're like, yeah, not enough commitment. I'm sorry. You would have survived a shell to the face if you committed hard enough.
True.
Yeah.
Where like family survives shells to the face.
You don't need shells when you have family.
Yeah, you don't need shells when you have family. Family, 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 family.
Good work.
You're excused.
Chat, can we have a couple families in
No.
the chat?
Don't do it, chat.
I have a. Well, I was gonna say a couple families, but that's not accurate. My family
Is
has
this a church service now? Are you like, can I get an amen?
Yeah, can I
So
get
Zoth gets his
I'd be
first
happy to give out some amens.
Zoth gets his first 9th level spell at level 17.
Ooh.
How, what level? You're level 14 now?
Yeah.
I would much rather you go find my leg than because in peacetime, quote unquote, aka off campaign, leveling up is so much slower. It's gonna
Yeah.
be years.
Gotta go grind some chickens.
Yeah.
I'll take a walk.
Yeah, go take a walk. Yeah.
A walk to remember.
Say, listen, I can't help the optimization. If I'm told I'm 2 XP away from leveling up, I will go for a walk.
You are upsetting Lupin so much by saying that word.
Oh my
He just like his head just snapped up and he's
Oh.
just staring
I
at
keep
you.
saying-
How dare you tease him like that, Cleo?
I didn't mean to tease Lupin.
Too bad you did it.
First I die and then I tease Lupin.
Now you gotta go take him on a WALK.
One is clearly worse than the other, and it's teasing Lupin.
Absolutely.
Tonight on WALK. The sweet, sweet sounds of the
speaking-
outdoors.
You owe that to Lupin now.
WW,
E?
and then 2 letters, but not E. Like, you know, like,
WWJD?
yeah, actually.
What would John do?
Okay.
Isn't that it?
Like, what would Jesus do?
Oh, no, never mind.
I mean,
What are you thinking
I ask
of,
myself
Cleo?
that every day.
I was pretty sure. Okay. Getting to the point. Radio shows, right, tend to have like a 4-letter abbreviation.
Yeah.
On the East Coast and the West Coast is K.
Is it K?
Yeah.
All right.
K-A-Y.
Well, 101, DC 101, which may or may not be within our vicinity,
It's DC.
is fairly close to where I work.
Oh.
And I was debating like I should just swing by.
Maybe
Say hi.
introduce
Do you
I
think-
like how you're like DC 101, which may or may not be in our vicinity, but also I work near it.
Well, I mean, like people commute to like the capital from far away.
I do.
I mean, you did.
I do.
Technically,
Technically, yeah. Technically. Technically.
Technically.
No, technically. Technically.
Those were 2 different words.
Tech.
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah.
Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then say it fast.
Technically.
Okay, that's not what you said the second time.
Technically?
Am I
Technically, I did.
It was like retro.
Am I losing my right now? Like, I can't tell if you're saying it differently.
I mean, it's technically the same thing, right?
No.
I don't know what you're hearing, Cleo.
So
It's the
it's
same
literally
word.
the same thing, whether it's
solution-
technically or not.
The solution to
The solution to pollution is dilution.
That's true. That's what the Navy suggests.
Oh.
oh god.
Well, the Navy gets the gravy, but the Army gets the beans.
That's true.
What does the Air Force get?
The ladies.
The chairs.
I don't know.
They get the chairs.
They get the chairs.
Yeah, they get to sit down.
Fleet does the flying, MI does the dying.
True.
Wow, I'm just saying all sorts of true things.
You're out already.
So you were like, dang it, I can't say true.
I mean, you could technically lean in on the DM mic.
Technically, you could.
You could sit over by Jake's mic.
Oh, it's not the mic. It's the.
Oh.
I liked sitting next to Lupin until he got gassy. Then I came over by Trevor.
Oh, is that why?
That's why.
That's why.
That was the reason.
Until Trevor gets gassy.
Is this also one of your minis?
That is.
That's not
So
really
fun
a
story
mini.
behind that. That is a stone colossus, but I made that for my second home campaign, and it was originally designed like that thing is the size of a skyscraper,
Oh, wow.
and it was like marching across the desert. It had been captured by the bad guys, and they were going to like march it into place, and it was like a ticking clock. And so I made tiny little pip markers. And I would blue tack it to him. I like, so you guys are like infiltrated. You're in the right shoulder of this thing.
Oh, wow.
And it's like moving across like the battlefield while like the stuff's going on inside.
That's really cool.
And I had like a little mini for their airship, so it would like dock on the top and stuff. It was really fun.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It was-
like a Shadow
it was
of the
cool.
Colossus.
Yeah. it
Howl's
was-
Moving Castle.
It was cool playing in like a different scale like that.
I don't like your reference.
I've never seen it.
Oh, House Moving Castle?
Okay, what?
House
What?
Moving Castle is awesome. It's got Christian Bale in it.
How
a
can
really
you
good
reference it and not even watch it?
See, that's
You
a
are-
burp. It's not like,
You are saying that when I am in the room, and you know I've seen like 2 movies in my
You
lifetime.
have an exemption only because you are so uncultured that it's expected.
I've
Wow.
seen Howl's Moving Castle.
Which is a point against him. You've seen it.
Did you like it?
Oh, it was good, yeah.
It's a classic.
and it has Christian Bale in it.
How can I say no to Christian Bale?
How can anybody say no to Chris? Well, Thor: Love and Thunder is probably the one, but other than that,
Who did he play in that again?
the bad guy, they wasted it on him. He's such a good actor.
You're a good actor.
My face is a good actor.
I gotta say,
It
Ragnarok.
belies my happiness.
Ragnarok, as I've said earlier, but not on stream, I think was like great, and then they leaned a little too
Yeah.
hard
Lupin, what are you doing, buddy?
into. Whoa, where's Lupin getting into?
He's getting in the closet.
Little pupper.
He's like, I don't want to be around these people.
He
They're
wants
weird.
he wants walkies.
Was Love and Thunder the God Killer?
Yeah. Gore, the God Killer, or whatever.
Yeah, that's what B Street was saying. That sucks because I know that storyline.
Oh yeah.
Not like intimately, but like
Oh.
I'm aware of it in the sense of like, wow,
Oh, hold on.
that's a
I
really
got a
good
phone
story.
call coming in.
No, that's you.
Uh-oh.
You're live. This is Wash at WASH.
Hello, Soccer. Do you have any preference on like coffee or anything like that? Is there like any flavors that are a no?
No. No, I literally said a frappuccino-like thing, anything like within that that's in. Like if they have like a double shot espresso or like something with more caffeine, I would prefer that. But other than that, no. I'm yeah, just surprise me.
Yeah, that's what I figured. And that's what I said. But then, you know, I talk myself into anxiously thinking, no, he definitely has that. But
Well, I appreciate you thinking that, but no, I don't.
all right, brother.
All right, if you give me a flavor that I don't like, I'll just pick it out.
I'll drink it.
Hello?
Yeah,
You just pick out the flavor.
yeah,
Oh, just like pizza.
yeah, just like pizza. Give me a frappuccino supreme,
A frappuccino.
and I'll just pick out what I don't like.
Supreme, understood.
Got it.
Just like what you don't like.
And don't forget, I would prefer to have like 2 or something.
I got you.
Yeah.
Right now, there's these like Dunkin' Delights International Coffee Delight things. And they look pretty legit.
They sound delightful.
You sound
They
delightful.
sound delightful. I appreciate that.
Sweet. Well, thanks for calling in, caller. Who's your favorite radio station?
Why are you taking off the light, bro? Or did he ask you to? Oh, my bad.
Jake just wanders in.
That's
and
right.
starts
Beep, beep, beep,
messing
beep,
with the
beep.
light.
Good day.
Yeah, I thought he just started messing with the lights. I was like, whoa. Oh. Josh is getting
Jake and Josh. Cleo
what?
committed the ultimate atrocity.
What did I do?
While you guys were out.
Oh, against Lupin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I said WALK multiple times.
Like 5 times.
oh, he was behind the monitor, so I couldn't tell he was reacting.
Every single time his
Cleo.
head snapped up and he stared right at Cleo.
On Fox's character sheet,
Yeah.
you got like a swim speed and a climb speed. What's the other one?
A fly speed.
No, not the fly speed.
Wait, where?
Fly speeder.
Wait, what are you talking about?
It'll
right
be
now?
like 30 feet or something like that. What's that?
It just says speed 30.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't say like specifically what kind of speed.
Okay.
What speed is it typically, though?
Okay.
I'm so
That's
confused
cool.
right now.
Yeah.
That's the funniest part of this.
I feel like there's a bit that happened and
Yeah.
I missed
There
it.
definitely is a bit happening.
Yeah. I was trying to get you
What?
to say walk speed. But you literally looked at your character's sheet and was like, it's just a speed. What's going on? What's happening?
Cleo's like, I can't remember how to use my feet.
I'm too stupid
No, no,
to
no.
trick.
Cleo's never walked before.
No, Cleo's like,
Oh.
I've never looked at my character sheet before.
I was thinking for a second there was a swim speed on my sheet. I was like, I don't remember filling that out.
He was doing a rush job too.
I will say to circle back onto something like
Aw,
from
circles.
10
circles.
10 minutes
Rip
ago.
that guy, am I right?
Yeah.
You know,
He died how he lived.
going in circles.
Hi.
I was gonna say, Gore the God Killer was an interesting storyline in the sense that like I heard about it and I was like, wow, that's a really cool idea.
Are you talking about in the Thor comic books?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Why are we? I'm so into this.
Oh,
Why
we
are
were talking
the Thor
about Howl's
comic books?
Moving Castle.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
And that
naturally,
Christian Bale was in it.
Oh yeah.
And how Christian Bale was kind of wasted in
Yes.
Thor Love and Thunder.
Yeah. In the comics, he got
And
an
then-
entire like multi-year long arc.
And that's
Christian
what Cleo
Bale.
was
Yeah.
talking
Well,
about.
that character did.
And that brings us to the present.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, I was
Jake's
just
caught
bringing
up.
it back out into the conversation without
Uh-huh.
context.
Yeah. No, Thor: Love and Thunder is like one of the most wasted potential MCU movies in my opinion because it adapts 3 separate Thor storylines that are considered the best Thor storylines in all of comics, and it does them all badly.
That feels
Yeah.
like
That is so
such
sad.
a studio
That is
decision
sad.
to like, we'll just add as many good storylines in this as possible,
Yeah.
and it will make
And
it better.
not sink it on any of them.
That does sound like current day, like
Yeah.
superhero movies. They're
Yeah.
like, let's take this great source material and
You're
make
telling
it.
me with this script,
uninteresting.
I can put multiple of what this man told me is the best there is?
But sometimes it works when there's a there's a Spider-Man storyline
Spider-Man storyline?
called One More Day,
Yeah.
More Day.
where it's infamous, where Spider-Man basically
That's the
makes
opposite of it. We're famous for bad things.
That's true. It's infamous for Spider-Man making the decision. to essentially sacrifice his marriage with Mary Jane. He makes a deal
his
with the
marriage
devil,
with Mary
literally.
Jane.
He literally makes a deal with the devil.
Okay, that's
that
bad.
Ooh,
where
deal
the
with the
devil retcons
Okay,
his
that's
marriage
bad.
with Mary
yeah.
Jane in exchange for his identity becoming a secret again because he had revealed his identity to the world in Civil War.
That seems a little selfish.
And
that's a little selfish, yeah.
and not having Aunt May pass away due to like cancer.
Okay, that sounds a little less selfish.
It is,
So,
but it's infamous. Infamous. The writer didn't even want to write it; like he was forced to by Marvel editorial.
Why? I can see why, yeah.
is it
lot of-
so? Was that like, kind of like a sitcom reboot thing where it's like, oh, we don't have the tension.
Correct.
They're already in a relationship.
Exactly.
We got to break it apart.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's stupid.
Yep. So that storyline was then sort of adapted. A lot of elements of it were adapted in the most recent
Multiverse.
Spider-Man movie.
that
Oh, is
went
that like
really
how
well.
he forgot why he forgot
Yeah.
the things?
Yes.
It's supposed to be a riff on that.
Yep. And so
That's dumb.
when it was I mean, it's not. I mean, it's in my opinion, it's like, oh, you took the concept of a bad comic and made it a pretty decent movie. So that's an example of like the opposite.
Yeah, but like the whole him forgetting thing, I thought was the worst part of that movie.
That's fair. That's a valid
Forgetting
take.
what?
Yeah.
Everyone forgetting that Peter Parker is
Oh,
Spider-Man
yeah,
and
yeah.
forgetting that Peter Parker exists.
Yeah.
I get it, but I was just like,
it felt like a little bit of pull to the status quo, but at the same time, seeing how it was a storyline about trying to pull back to the status quo.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job of it with that context.
I liked it as a Spider-Man fan because the whole MCU trilogy of Spider-Man movies, Peter Parker has not really been suffering the consequences of his irresponsible actions. While I think this third movie finally was
it
like,
puts it
hey,
into a nice,
you've been pretty selfish this whole time.
Yeah.
And so you're going to lose your friends.
When it's not Alan, Jake loves it when people suffer the consequences of their own actions.
well,
True. Don't we
It
all?
isn't the consequences of my actions.
What Owlin consequences have I protested about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you noticed this dice has 2 4s?
in my defense,
No.
I didn't think about it. One of them's
There's
a
a
5.
five.
It's missing the
I
diamond.
was being cheeky.
I actually saw that earlier, and I was like, oh, it's missing the thing in the middle. That's funny that you bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is funny,
Yeah.
but
You're
nobody
funny.
laughed.
And then the plane landed. I almost got Jake. He's still trying to swallow
with
it.
the spit take.
Almost.
That was the perfect time.
Close.
I know we got double nose bridge rubbing going on.
Man.
It's gonna be weird going back into that serious tone of the Aboleth.
It's gonna be weird to go back to nothing. I'm dead.
I'm dead.
Josh was like, "You gotta at least listen."
Hey, hey.
and you know,
Hey, Fox. Say hi to Violet for me.
Oh.
I gave Cleo the option to take control of a villain, like to stay playing.
Oh, cool.
And she was like, I don't know if I've processed enough to like become the bad guy.
sure.
And I was like, well, at least listen, hang out.
I was like, "We're already struggling." I'm not.
I'm
struggling.
I want to like.
I'm struggling.
I didn't want to like throw as a bad guy
No, that's
to make
fine,
it
that's
easy
fair.
or something.
I would have, but that's, you.
Yeah, I would have offered it to you, Wash. I know better.
I would have been like, what about these rules, guys?
This thing has hair. No one in
It
chat can
does.
see it.
Have you seen
I'm actually going to put our cameras back on screen here in a
Have
second.
you seen the quasi-controversial
Oh, can you grab
Do you
these?
think
Castlevania.
quasi-controversial?
Yeah, quasi-controversial Castlevania.
Wash might need to do it.
What am I doing?
What do you
Grabbing B Street.
B Street?
Yeah, we want Bradford Street was asking to see his mini.
Sure. Have you seen
Camera
the
should show it,
quasi-controversial
I'll use the
anime,
top-down camera, and then you can hold it up and show that camera. Just a second. I'm
I have
working on
not
it.
seen it. I know of it though.
Okay.
Well, I was just gonna hold up to watch and Trevor's
pretty
cam.
good. It's pretty violent, and
Yeah.
it gets kind of spicy in ways that I don't care for later on.
It's a TV 14 rated
it's
anime.
gonna be way out of
But in
focus.
the-
Yeah, you
in the
can't see it at
second
all.
Season,
Use the terrain cam.
There's a part where like a guy is reviving or like using the corpses of dead
There it
people to
is.
like manifest demons.
Is it in
Okay.
frame?
Yeah,
One
it's
of
in
them
frame.
is
Very
kind of like
laggy.
It's in frame.
insectoid flyish, so he's got like human
Hopefully you can see that
hair.
Bradford
Okay.
Street. If not, at
gross.
the end
It
of the
reminds me
stream,
of
we'll
that.
Yeah.
we'll do a quick little minute
But
where I
that's an
like
official
refocus
D&D,
the
like,
camera
demon.
for you so
Makes
you can see it
sense.
better.
To me, like whenever there's like a weird design decision like that, it
But
really
Yeah,
brings
you're
me back
a winged
to,
badger with your lumberjack axe over your
and
shoulder.
like D&D Basic and like the original monsters in those, because those things look freaky in like a very janky way.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's very nostalgic.
It's very
to me.
stylized like
Yeah.
that.
Because they literally had people who had just graduated high school with like no art degree or anything like
Yeah.
that as their original artists for
I
like the
didn't realize
first
that. That
three,
makes sense.
like through second edition. It was all like
You
amateur
can tell
artists
right
that they
there, we're
hired
not
right out of
even
high
looking
school.
Is that why the beholder looks so derpy in those
Yes,
ones?
yes.
in frame.
I have a book that's entirely, it's called Art and Arcana, and
Oh, yeah, I've
it's
heard
a
of that.
history of all of the art in all of the editions of D&D.
That's cool.
And so reading
Yeah,
about
so Wash printed that B Street the day we met digitally.
Oh, the
He
day
was
we met.
He was streaming.
It's true.
He printed
Twitch,
and
when I used
painted
to
the
do that.
entire monster manual. And I popped in his chat, and he happened to be working on a badger that day. And I was like, imagine it with wings. And he was like, okay. And he kit bashed wings onto his mini, printed it, and I was like, we're gonna be friends.
And here we are, 3
we
years
were.
later.
Here we are, friends.
Yeah. When
we're here today.
I don't
landing
know
the
for
plane.
friends, okay,
Tomorrow, everyone's gonna clap.
That's true.
that's true.
Big if true.
with those like
I just got that
young
joke.
artists that they hired originally. When TSR eventually became like a publicly traded company, a lot of them got fired because their workplace behavior
Oh my.
was pretty unprofessional, and they would draw a lot of like NSFW art
Scantily clad.
and like just leave it around the office.
Demons?
yeah.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
It's a
Talking
different
about
time.
how when-
OG D&D are back in the 70s or 80s or
Yeah,
whatever.
when through like second edition D&D, all of the artists who worked at TSR and like made the art for D&D were like kids who just graduated high school and were like good at art, and the people who worked at TSR had just heard that they were good at art and just like hired them out of high school. And so that's why a lot of the original D&D art has like a lot of charming jank to it. Like it's like it looks very hand drawn in a way of like,
Right.
yeah, it's just like, you know, it's weird looking.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of those artists got fired after TSR went public because of their workplace conduct.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I didn't even know we were close to the time. Are we?
We are nearing the moment
Oh,
at this
wow.
very time.
Ooh.
I don't know if I'm ready.
I'm starting to put things in place here. We're not quite back into the flow yet.
DJ, spin
Here's our
that back.
void, our rift that has erupted, glowing on you. As we experienced in the cutscene, the stars whizzed by as we re-entered the timeline. So I've taken the moonlight filter off of my room light here, and now it's a warmer
Whiz by is the
daylight
name of my
filter,
new
so to
dumb
speak.
wizard.
And we are at, if you'll recall, kind of the glow of a sunrise. So like the reddish is like on the horizon, but it hasn't
Reddish.
quite crested. And then this rift has just erupted in front of it.
That thing that we could have stopped this entire time, but we never stopped to go investigate.
Yeah,
Instead,
I think it's
dealt with
important
the
to
cataclysmic
acknowledge
ritual.
for those chatters who might not have been with us for the entire adventure that the city that was destroyed when this rift erupted out of the ground, they were in that city for like, I don't know, 5 sessions, 6 sessions, something like that.
Yeah.
And they kept finding clues that something dark was going on in the sewers, and they kept like, and they just did other stuff, which like it's been an entire story of mixed priorities and time pressure. So I don't fault them for it, but it is like, this is a moment where everyone's like, if it isn't the consequences of my prior decisions.
I mean, honestly, the first thing that came to my mind was like, the building wasn't so bad then.
Yeah, destroying the big tower. Yeah. If the whole city's going to get destroyed.
What happened eventually?
My past mistakes are less important now that I am in this moment.
They get wiped clean.
Of existence. Yeah, exactly. Do you guys all feel ready? Does anyone need to use the bathroom, drink water, anything like that?
I think I'm ready.
I mean, I'd really
Water
love
in,
that
water out.
coffee that's coming.
That's true. There is coffee coming for folks.
Yes,
I
I'm
will
excited
tell
for
you.
that.
I'm going to tell you, chat and players, that I am on the brink of collapse regarding my caffeination. So I've
Ooh.
switched to water, and I'm going to take it easy and sit for a little bit. But I'm like tingly down my left arm and stuff. So I will be a little bit less animated
Oh.
this time around as
That's
I
fair,
attempt
that's
to
fair.
not destroy
You
myself.
know.
I'm in the rift. Like the rift is over here lighting you up. That's the problem. It's the chaos energy.
You're the light of my rift.
I was gonna say, you know, it's a problem when only half of you starting to get tingly.
I know. It's like, yeah, that's
Tell me if you start smelling burnt toast.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if I start feeling pain.
Yeah,
on my
of,
left
any,
side.
of any kind.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah, really any kind of pain is
Tell me
worth
when you
noting.
stub your toe. It's
So
good to-
anyway, regarding the gameplay, when we left our adventurers, it was a big cutscene. I'm not going to rehash the entire thing, but private security goons discovered that they have been used and manipulated this entire time, and that the Aboleths always intended to betray them. And Sir Topham Sav is bravely attempting to use his fleet and resources to save people in Stainless, while his lieutenant, Sir Svelton Mid,
Indeed.
Sir Svelton Mid, has just dropped onto the battlefield in a drop pod to attempt to aid our heroes in their fight against the Aboleths, who have roared forth in the floodwaters, shall we say, which we shall say. There is a raging flood kind of blasting across the
Oh, that's right.
battlefield. There's this huge rift in the distance that's ripped up, and it's actually growing. Like the mountain range itself is starting to be consumed by it. The 3 platforms that provide anchors to the echo planes have now been solidified. Those anchors have been made, and we need to get the avatars back to the machine, Lairdus machine, in order to draw the arcane circle that will ultimately allow them to cast the cataclysmic ritual. So the circle is the next step. Unfortunately, the Aboleths have flooded the cliffs, and that is a you problem. So that brings us into this scenario, but there is a little bit more of what else is happening in the world that I kind of want to give you context-wise before we continue climbing here. So we know that, in fact, even before we do that, I would love to get into the mind space of your characters here. So, like, basically, we had a player character make a suicide play to save the machine. The machine activates and this backup plan gets kicked into action. Stainless is destroyed. This rift erupts in the distance. Jeb, just take us into your mind. Like, what is Jeb feeling and experiencing right now in this moment?
I mean, a lot of water on his head right now.
You're right. It's waiting height. Jeb is probably like almost submerged.
He's off the edge of the
floating.
cliff. He's been pushed
That's
over
right.
the edge and is like down on the waterfall, and he hears like the aboleth speaking into the minds of everybody up there. And I think, the reality of Fox being gone is starting to sink in, but it's not like a oh no. It's I guess we're gonna save the world as we clink our pudding cups together. And he's just stealing his mind like, I'm probably gonna go too. So I need to do everything I can until that happens.
I see.
Because it's going to happen.
That makes sense, yeah.
He's either going to save the day, or he's going to get to see Violet and Fox.
Owlin, standing 500 feet away from the cliffs on the Feywild platform that you and Setonia have just successfully anchored. Andromeda, the Silver Star, kind of flying in loops around it protectively in case you were to fall. You look into the distance, you see the floodwaters roar over the cliff. You see, probably better than anyone, the rift that erupts into the sky like a big vertical line, and then it gets that sci-fi flare as it begins spreading to the side. You are the first and maybe only at this stage member of the party to see that as it does so, the rising sun is sucked into it. And the only thing providing light in the world is the stars that remain above you and the void itself pulsating with chaos energy, what Sir Topham Sav described as a blazing inferno.
Yeah.
What's going through Owlin's mind in this moment?
Owlin has witnessed 3 people give their lives so that this mission would work. He saw Fox literally sacrifice himself, like his entire being, to making sure that the machine would survive so that we could get to this moment. He saw Tacitus, however you say his name.
Tactus the Unyielding, the king.
Fall, like literally get pushed off of the edge of this platform that he's on right now and literally throw his weapon to keep Owlin on the platform, to be able to protect Setonia in order to get us to where we are here. And he saw Gunnar sacrifice himself to defend one of the other planar platforms. And he just is resolved in his mind that we must do this. We must make these sacrifices worth it, because if we don't, then, I mean, Owlin is fully willing to do the same, to make sure, like, if he isn't the one to do it, he's going to make sure that whether it's Zoth, whether it's Jeb, someone is going to be able to finish this. And so with all of that said, Owlin is desperately trying to signal to the Cug boat, hey, we need you to pick us up.
I see.
So that we can get to the circle and get this done.
Got it. In that case, actually, no, Zoth, let's zoom in on Zothkug too. Zoth has fallen to his knees, having watched his old friend give his life to protect the party. And take us into what that headspace is like for Zothkug.
Ooh, okay.
There's nothing but the wind and the sound of the water rushing over the cliff at this point.
Yeah, so he sees Fox take this moment to protect and sacrifice himself for the mission. and he just feels like there was a lot that needed to happen between them, and he didn't want it to happen like this. He felt unresolved with where him and Fox left off, but he doesn't think that there's anything that could have happened differently. It was just like a time needed to take place. So he sort of resolved in like saving Fox, like staying alive to save Fox after all this is done. And so he's going to do what he can to make sure this mission succeeds.
Got it. Chat drinks are being delivered to our players who have requested some caffeine from the store. So just a moment before we press forward here, I want to make sure everyone has a chance to go before we're in the...
I opened mine under the.
I didn't. I did the sound to mask mine so that you wouldn't.
That was
hear
good,
it.
yeah.
I'll have something, but I didn't request anything.
Wait, Chris.
That's a Pepsi.
And I'm gonna switch this pulsing off, so it's just the void glowing against you, just so it's not tripping me.
Was the void supposed to be pulsing? Or?
Yeah,
Is this
Oh, okay.
fluorescent or like black light or something?
LED.
it's LEDs.
Because like a bunch of my minis are fluorescing over here, and that's kind of cool.
It is cool.
It is cool.
I wonder if it's like a.
It's cool that the sun has been sucked into a
Yeah,
void.
that's so neat.
fire.
That a major city in the world has just exploded.
I'm glad our sun didn't do
I'm a
that.
little dim.
With my glasses.
I am going to take a second before we actually get started and say that since you said I could drop in anywhere, I don't
Oh,
think
sure.
dropping like right next
that's
to
fair.
all the bad guys
That's fair, I
is my
respect that.
option.
I respect that.
So I know chat
that what you
can't
do in
see it.
Helldivers?
They can.
I know chat can't see back here super well, but now you should be able to see me.
Oh yeah,
And
there he is.
now I'm not
Nice.
like sandwiched between the bad guys.
And if you'd rather be on this side, we have another chair we can bring out for you, if that's easier for you. Since you put your mini over there.
To me?
I guess if you're twisting my arm. I don't know what accent I just did there. I did
I was
something.
gonna ask,
your arm.
and I decided not to ask.
Yeah, it's probably better you didn't
Yeah,
ask.
that's probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Just be aware that this camera is the only way they can see Wash and Trevor, so try not to like block
Just right
it.
in front
But
of
if
it.
you're just next to
Gotta
Cleo,
sit
you'll be
right in
fine.
front of it.
Again, special guest Christian is playing the Lieutenant Sir Savilton Mid for the others here. Oh, chat, thank you. The lighting is pretty. I think it looks great.
It does look great.
It does look very nice.
I'm giving Christian a chance to get settled here. I don't want to throw us into combat too early.
Let's switch
I just now imagine the second Christian sits down and you're like, are you
like,
good?
all right, let's
Good?"
go.
Yeah, you're like, and you take 3d6 damage. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, I missed a 0 on that. 30d6 damage. I could say I could fall asleep to this. Not
Just
saying
this
I'm-
water.
Yeah. Like, not that I'm like tired right now or that I want to fall asleep right now, but just
I know what you mean.
this is calming.
It is
and I
very
like it.
calming, especially after the rush that
The
our
calm before the storm.
first set of fights has been. Yeah, things are calming. Peaceful
Oh, you
even,
can't
chat.
drink coffee.
Chat, you will also notice that I believe I've reset both the boons and banes count to unlimited, allowing you to continue casting them throughout the session. So that's a thing. At some point, they are going to start looping. Like, I only have so many on my list. Chat has immediately granted a boon. So
Thanks,
just giving you the warning that that's going to happen. I'm going to roll the boon, but
Man.
I'll put it
Muffin
somewhere in the
Man.
initiative order rather
That's
than.
what I wanted.
Do you want to switch?
Do you
Let's
not
go.
like it?
No, I like it.
Oh, no.
It's actually not a. We've got a. Oh, and a bane.
I
Chat's
thought,
delivered
like,
a bane and a
this
boon.
was,
Was that you, Chris?
Chris over here,
The villain.
third impostering.
Is it third imposter or is it just imposter?
That's true.
A second bane and a second boon. Double bane.
They cancel each other out, nothing happens.
They do not.
Yo, I like what's going on in the chat right now.
I don't.
We haven't even started.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna put these in the turn order, and if you grant more boons and banes, I'm not gonna do them until the next round order because there's only so many I can keep in my head at once. Chat. So, we're going to begin at the top of initiative order, which is no longer Fox.
Rip.
It is
the real ones.
It is the fire elemental, which is up on top of the cliffs there. The fire elemental has also received, as the first creature in initiative, as one of your banes, haste. Has been affected onto it. Some surge of chaotic energy caused by the rift, the fire elemental, has a little bit of extra oomph this round. Haste gives double move speed, and I believe also an extra action, maybe.
An extra action.
Double move speed and an extra action to the creature. So
when it wears off, they get lethargic.
Since I'm dead, I'll
Yes.
be like the mini mover.
I also chat. I talked to the players in the intermission, and we reset double AOE. Double damage is still a thing. It's just that we're kind of condensing the battlefield again, and double AOE will make it hard for them not to kill each other. Like they want to be able to use their cool magic. So AOE is normal. Damage is still doubled for everybody, friend and foe. Fire elemental. He's going to use he or she or they. I don't really know that elementals are gendered.
She's a she.
Okay, she.
Because of the mini I made.
She is going to surge forwards. She has a speed of 50, which means that now she has a speed of 100.
Oh, man.
As a reminder, everything that's not on the high ground of those cliffs is flooded. So for her, that still doesn't necessarily mean that she's going to go down into the water. Instead, what she's going to do is she's going to set the cliff top aflame. So she's going to run in a 50-foot line from where she is towards the machine, leaving the ground behind her on fire.
Running. Is that going to run over our guest here?
Yes, it's going to bring her to our guest there, which she's going to attack immediately.
Bye.
Yeah, really. She's going to attack with a +6 to hit. I don't remember your AC. Does an 18 hit?
18 meets, so 18 does
Attacker
hit.
wins in the tie. Oh, chat saluting you already. We haven't even rolled damage.
True.
Okay, so here's what I'll do. Second Wind is one of the boons that everyone got. Second Wind allows you to spend up to 5 of your hit dice for your creature. I believe they are D12s. So you can spend up to 5 D12 regaining HP after this turn.
Can we all do that after this?
Yeah. Everybody will get that at the end of this turn.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to attack you with 1 hit, and then it gets an extra attack. That one does not hit. So that is a total of 10 fire damage, doubled is 20 fire damage, and you ignite. It can take you take 1 action to douse the fire. So that's a thing you can do.
Just hit V.
Just hit V. Did we ever roll initiative for you?
No, I've not rolled initiative, whether you want me to act or actually enter initiative.
Do you remember when I screwed over Christian's character by not putting him in initiative order and giving him a chance to do
I don't
anything?
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good
I'll reward you by putting you next in
You got
initiative
burned.
order instead
That
of making
works.
you do stuff. So that'll put you at initiative. What is that? Initiative 17. No, initiative 16. Initiative 176 is what I wrote on my initiative tracker.
Seems legit.
Close enough.
Okay. So you've taken 20 points of fire damage and you're on fire.
Ouch.
But it is your turn, so that's nice.
That's good. So I should probably take my action to douse myself. When did you say we could spend the hit dice?
Now and anytime.
Okay, so if I can hold the one slot for another round, I probably won't do that right now.
Yes, that is the case.
So I will take the action to douse myself. And then probably, I assume leaving would provoke an attack of opportunity here. So instead, I'm just going to pull out my pistol.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Try to shoot at it directly, but since I'm a gunslinger, I can do that in melee range.
Your mic is
Perfect.
cutting out.
I'm
a
working
little
on
bit.
it. I'm-
Okay.
yeah.
No worries.
So you're a gunslinger. You can attack in melee range with your pistol.
Yep, so I am going to roll a normal ranged weapon attack against it. Let's
Perfect.
Steal this d20 here. That is an 8 on the die, so that comes out to a 14.
14. Sorry, now I'm looking at the soundboard here instead of at you. So give me a second.
No chronal shift.
I love hearing the Windows.
I know, right?
salty
Windows
at
is so
you.
upset at
That's
me.
understandable.
Did you say you used chronal shift for
I
him?
said no chronal shift.
Oh.
I did explicitly say we weren't friends.
AC is only 13.
I hit it. Okay.
You hit it.
So that is 1d10 damage, and then does a fire elemental get poisoned?
It does not. It's immune to fire damage. Or to poison damage, I should say.
Assumed that much.
So 10 points of damage.
So that is a 3 on the die, plus with my modifiers, that would be 7 damage.
7 damage doubled is 14.
And then, since it's the end of my turn, I will also take one of my legendary actions.
Oh, okay.
And now, since I'm on the battlefield directly and have a better vantage point, where's one of those tokens you were marking the airstrikes with?
Oh, we still get airstrikes, but they're on our side. Let's go.
And since I'm actually on the battlefield, I can precision call them to a particular square now.
You can.
Yes.
So that square is going to be targeted with an ordnance.
Excellent. You have done it. The ordnance that you have called in. Which ordnance? Oh, you just said ordnance. Great. Sorry. I was working on
It
Mike's.
was an inordinate
I'm back
amount of
now.
ordnance.
True.
Okay,
Josh.
so yes.
I want to use an airship action.
Okay, well, hang on. It's not the end of his turn yet, but
Oh, okay.
then you can. Or I guess this is the end.
No, that was the end. That was my legendary action.
It was the end.
This is the end of the world as we know it.
An ordnance strike is called. Let me see where you marked. I see, right there.
Yep, the frontmost. I'll remove
Perfect.
that now.
And you have the damage for them too on your sheet, or am I still rolling damage?
I can roll damage if you want me to.
I didn't want to take the fun away from you.
That works. So I do believe it gets a dex save.
Okay. No, it doesn't.
Okay, then that would be 8d6 damage.
All of those D6.
Here you go. I'm going to
there.
put this back on the table once we pick them all up.
All of those d6s.
I don't know why I keep muting myself every time I finish talking.
Tonight on all my D6s.
Abbott.
Okay.
Okay.
What do we got here?
Oh.
12,
Okay.
15, 20, 28?
28 total
there's another one back
times
there.
2. What's 28 times 2? That would be 56.
56 damage
Hey, that's a lot
as
of
this
damage.
ordnance strike just bam lands on. That's the water elemental you're hitting, right? Yes. That is the water elemental for 56 damage. That's a good hit. A huge chunk of it just disappears, and it's like humanoid form has to re-materialize out of the water with the impact of that. That's going to drop us to... Okay. And that concludes your turn. Airship action, you said.
Yes, I want. So is it just? Do we just have one airship action now?
I guess, yes. You're the only one who can call them. You have 2 each round. You're just
Okay.
the only one who's calling them in now.
Okay, so I'm going to use the first one to pick up Alan and Sitonia,
Okay.
and then the second one to pick up Garlo.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. So it's going to soar around there and pick up
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
And then next round it can deposit them somewhere.
Yep.
Okay, that brings us to Owlin's turn.
So Alan would then be on the airship.
Oh, yeah. So
well, Alan
on
could
Alan's
choose
turn,
to
he
go
gets...
on the airship, but I figured. he
Yes,
would.
Alan definitely wants to be on the airship.
Okay.
Well, that means he gets deposited then, right?
Yeah, it will take a... Sure, you can get deposited this
I mean,
round.
it doesn't have to.
Oh,
It should take till
sorry.
next round for you to get
Yeah,
there.
It doesn't
next
matter.
round.
Okay.
While Alan is on the airship, though, let me see if there's anything. Yeah, actually, Alan is going to burn another first level spell slot and cast False Life on himself again. So he's just like, he's powering up. He's getting ready.
Great.
It's the end of his turn.
Okay, that brings us to the environmental actions for the private security goons fleet. What is command doing?
Okay, so these are less precise, so I will to A3 call in we'll say a clock drop.
That's pretty good. That clock drop is coming in. Oh, you got it, Cleo? You got it?
Oh, yeah.
I was going to let you.
Yeah, okay. There we go.
Close.
Yeah,
you were
close
close. Okay. Clock drop slams down. There are some saves against the slow spell. The Aboleth is going to legendary action succeed. The water elemental fails. So the water elemental is slowed. And I think they're the only 2 in range there of where that token landed, right? What's the AoE on that?
No, it doesn't say, so I assume
so
it's small.
Yeah, so it's the shell. So yeah, it's just those 2.
Okay.
Okay, so that's going to
Bring us to the Aboleth's turn. The first Aboleth.
Can I say one
Yeah.
of them's Big Bro Aboleth and one's Little Bro Aboleth?
Sure. Yeah. This is Big Bro Aboleth's turn.
Okay.
Big Bro Aboleth, chilling on the battlefield, is going to make. He's going to start with a move action. No, he's not. Laridus going to make a Wisdom save.
She's in the water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should have known.
Um,
She's like what? She's. I mean, I know
She's
it's int.
smart.
She's smart,
Yeah.
but we don't know. I don't know her wisdom. Like her wisdom may not be that high.
Godly.
Well, you would hope, but she has high intelligence.
I don't think she's used any legendary actions.
Okay, so the she makes a save regarding the Aboleth in this check, and the Aboleth is going to swim. It's going to just charge the machine. Big Bro Aboleth is going right up to the machine there. So he wants to just the closest battery bank thing, and Big Bro Aboleth is going to multi-attack it. So it just like swims up, its massive gaping teeth appear out of the water, and then it like 3 huge slashing tentacle attacks.
See, what worries me is I thought
2 of them hit.
we no longer needed it.
So that's 24 points of damage to Laridus Machine. It has 25 hit points right now. Laridus Machine is running on a prayer right now.
And what happens? Oh, is it still going to release all that energy even though we've gotten all the magic back?
Yeah, so
Okay.
right now it's still siphoning the energy off of the Rod of 7 Parts.
Okay.
The goal is to use the Rod of 7 Parts to do the Aboleth ritual. Like now it's the battery for their
I
ritual
see, I
essentially.
see, I
So we
see.
need to keep it forged long enough to
Okay.
do that.
That's frustrating and understandable.
Okay, so that is Big Bro Aboleth's turn, as we say. It is Zothkug's turn with Jeb and Cheddar on deck.
I guess Zothkug will probably move to K so they're together to make it easier when the airship does come.
Okay.
And then I think he's gonna heal himself with the second wind.
Okay.
You said how much D12?
5.
Okay.
Well, he gets 5 of his hit dice.
Oh, okay.
So for this guy, it was D12. But
Yeah.
whatever your hit dice are, you get
I
5
think
of those.
cleric is.
And they still count as your hit dice. Like, eventually you run out if you do this before short rest.
D8.
Or long.
Okay. He has up to 14 D8. He's going to use 5.
You can also roll them as you go, and then at a certain point, if you realize you're about to go over, you can stop.
That is true.
Okay. I'll just roll 3. 8. 4 is 12. 4 is 8. Oh, you do? Okay. It's plus 5.
So each of those are +5.
Oh, you add it to each die you roll?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What?
Have you not used hit dice this entire campaign?
No.
We don't short rest ever. Our party never
We
short
don't have
short
time
rests.
for this.
So 16 plus 15 is what?
16 plus 15 would be
31.
31.
Yeah.
Okay.
Long
No,
rest or
33.
nothing.
33. Okay.
Long
He'll
rest
do
or
3.
nothing.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, Zothkug recovers 33 hit points and is moving to be near K. That brings us to Jeb and Cheddar with the Earth Elemental on deck, one of them.
So Cheddar has used some of his hit dice to heal up. He is going to, well, Jeb is just going to, almost like he's running up the waterfall. It's just going to boom up over the top.
Oh, like he's flying
as
upwards?
because he's a flying T-Rex right now.
He's the flying Jebasaurus Rex.
And he's just going to, bam, right between Larry and
He's going right between...
Laridith
And
and the
Aboleth.
Aboleth.
Nice.
and you can see like the water is cutting like in half where it goes around his big huge feet, and he's going to cuss very loudly in Tyrannosaurus at this thing, something to the effect of "never again,"
Okay.
and 25 to hit and 20 to hit. Not a natural 20.
Attacking which thing? The Aboleth
The
thing?
Aboleth.
Big Bro
with
Aboleth.
Big Bro Aboleth.
with a big bite and a big swoop around and then smash with his tail.
25 and what?
25 and 20.
Okay, the 25 hits.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's good because that was the big attack. Woo! That's
Tell me.
35 damage, piercing damage, doubled to 70.
Nice.
Nice. 70 damage to Big Bro Aboleth.
Yeah, get out of here.
You just, and that's a bite, right? So the
Yeah.
T-Rex just like chomp down on it.
Chomps down onto it.
So the Aboleth is up there just flailing, going ham on this machine, and you just like land in front of it and take a chomp. That's pretty cool. And that will conclude Jeb's turn. What about Cheddar?
Sorry.
So Cheddar is going to
My trap
shoot
card.
up in the air, 60 feet.
And Cheddar's a mole again, right?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
He's flying. And he's going to get about 100 feet away and lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
He's going to, let's put him like over here. Let's see.
Maybe
Let's see.
put like a mini stand for him to stand on.
Ah, there we go. That's good. I was going to use a Fresca can because that was on brand, but that's good.
That was on can.
And that's on cam.
Like that. And he's going to fire it at Jeb,
Okay.
at the Aboleth, at the Elemental, and at the other Aboleth.
Should catch all of them.
Lightning,
lightning
bolt
bolt?
straight down the line.
Okay. They get saves, right?
They get
Or-
deck saves.
Yeah. So
What a mad lad.
the
mad
Aboleth
lad.
rolled really well. Big Bro Aboleth, he got a 19 on his deck save. Does he pass?
I do love the
It's
tiny.
got to
Jeb
beat
hat.
a 17, so the
Okay,
Aboleth
yep.
saves.
So he saves, and then it was Water Elemental and T-Rex. So you're rolling for T-Rex. And,
And the other Aboleth.
Okay. Water Elemental.
Zip zap.
Water Elemental rolls a 12, does not save.
Does not save.
And Little Bro Aboleth.
Is there any special rules for electrocuting water in D&D?
We'll find out.
Little Bro Aboleth is 15, and yes, Little Bro Aboleth is 15, so he also fails. So
Okay.
Water Elemental and Little Bro Aboleth take full
Let's go.
damage.
When Owlin gets to the water and he rages, allies in his 10-foot radius will be able to move unimpeded in water and breathe in water like he does, and will have resistance to lightning damage. But he's not there yet.
Wow.
Wish I'd have known. I would have waited.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
Next turn.
No, there's only
did
time
what you
for
did now.
Yep.
They take 24 damage, doubled to 48.
Okay.
Ooh.
As Cheddar just worms.
Okay, so that's
I'm holding him in place. Fire.
there
You're in the
is
way. I
there.
know.
and you've got the T-Rex, so whatever happens to him,
Yep.
I'm not even going to think about it.
He took some.
Okay, yeah. So he also gets zapped. That brings us to the Little Bro Earth Elemental's turn with the Tension Die and Big Bro Earth Elemental on deck.
Uh-oh.
So Little Bro Earth Elemental, you can see he's kind of back here. Oh, I forgot to do the water. Hang on. You just zapped some water.
Yeah.
Everybody who's touching the water is going to make a save against a little bit of residual lightning damage. That's a lot of bad guys who have to make some saves.
What kind of save?
It's a
save?
con save.
Con save?
Yeah, a con save.
Quan save?
One save.
A con save.
I know that
Quan
airline.
save.
Laredith fails.
I
No.
rolled a 15.
Both Aboleths succeed. Water Elemental succeeds. Rock Elemental is, I think, immune to lightning damage. No, he's vulnerable to thunder damage. Cool. Oh well, that's thunder, not electric.
Thunder and lightning are good.
Are
Yeah, they're
very,
different.
very frightening.
Very, very frightening me. Okay, so
Galileo.
Earth Elemental just takes
I played
normal
my
damage,
Pajamic Sam game.
which is just going to be your spell does what, d8s. So we'll just do 1d8 of residual lightning damage dispersing through the water.
Okay, so how much did Jevosaurus take?
Jevosaurus takes whatever this d8 doubled will be.
Gotcha.
Double D8.
14.
14.
14.
All right.
That was a
Yeah.
7 on the die. That's about good. Pretty damaging.
Good and good.
Good.
Okay, and that brings us to the tension die, which is
I'm just jamming the music in my head. Can I roll? Can I roll any die for you?
no, it's okay. I rolled it. It was not a complication. Big Bro Earth Elemental is going to lumber forwards through the water towards the T-Rex.
I forgot he blends
Does
into
he
the
have to,
terrain.
like,
I forgot
jump
about him.
or
No, I mean he'll just climb over whatever's in front of him.
right? It's a step
He's so
down.
big.
Yeah. He's going to walk over to the T-Rex, and he's going to...
That's so big.
Oh, man. He deals... Oh, never mind. That's objects and structures. You're not an object or structure. Lucky you. Whew, that was going to be quadruple damage to objects and structures.
Yep.
Okay, no, he's going to just move up to you, and he's going to make 2 slam attacks. That's his multi-attack.
Boom.
Come on and get the jam. It's ready for the slam.
That is a
How goes
14 and a 17.
To hit?
Yes, to hit.
Ooh, both of those hit.
Both of those hit.
T-Rex is big. It's got low AC.
14 plus 14 is
Target.
28 times 2 is total damage. So that's 40,
56.
16, 56 damage. You
56?
take 56 bludgeoning damage as Big Bro Earth Elemental just lumbers up and slams his body weight down on the T-Rex.
Yeah, you sent the T-Rex after the Aboleth, and the Aboleth was like, good argument, but counterpoint.
That makes it the Water Elemental's turn with the other Aboleth on deck. Little Bro
Okay.
Aboleth. The Water Elemental.
Where are we going?
Water Elemental is going to surge towards the machine. Actually, towards Laredith. It's going to just use the water to kind of navigate around. It's going to try and kind of sneak behind the
I need people
like
over
behind
here.
the
there.
T-Rex.
We're trying
Yeah.
to get there.
behind the T-Rex,
Fox, where are you at? Oh.
and it's going to attack Laredith. It's making its multi-attack. The first one is a natural 1, so I won't give it the second one. So
Yay.
it goes around to attack, but it's hard to navigate a T-Rex. So
True.
the Water Elemental tries, gives it a shot, is not successful. This brings us to the Avatar's turn orders. I forgot that they're on the same initiative as the machine. So the Avatars are going to... Oh, no, they're deposited next round. So never mind. Doesn't matter.
Is
Except
Kate-
Laredith.
can
Is
Kate do
Andromeda in
anything?
order?
No, I didn't put her in order, did I?
She's still flying somewhere.
She's still flying somewhere out there, yeah.
Right there. Yeah.
Andromeda, who
two
is not
frescoes.
like... She's not doing terrific, but she's not doing awful.
I mean, things look pretty awful.
Yeah.
The sun's gone.
I don't think she would be like, I'm going to go away and rest for a
Oh,
couple
no,
days.
she's not. She's not, like, leaving and chilling. No way.
Yeah.
Here comes the end.
No, she's going to soar in, and she's going to try and... What's she gonna do? She's gonna try.
That's a big base.
She's. I know what
It's a
she's gonna
galaxy
do.
of gorgeous space.
She's gonna fly in towards the fire elemental that's not in the water, and she's going
nice.
to try and knock it into the water. So she's gonna try and body slam into it and take it into the water.
I dig that.
She's going to.
Actually, this is a really cool play.
Play the game. We have a trash bag somewhere.
Play the game.
We do
and
own
somehow,
trash
for some
bags
odd reason,
in this
just
home.
shows Kay just sitting there doing nothing for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Right. She successfully slams into the fire elemental, which takes some damage from her hitting it, but more damage from being flung into the water. You can knock the fire elemental prone into the water there, if you would. And
As we saying yes. I was like,
it's
yes.
going to... Let me see how much damage that is.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
I'm suddenly very
Started
happy
taking
I
some damage.
didn't strike it like I was planning to in the previous phase. Andromeda probably wouldn't have been so helpful if I had hit her earlier.
That's true. Yeah.
To be fair, yeah, she doesn't have a problem with you, most likely. Seeing how you didn't
She's pretty chill.
directly hit her in any way, shape, or form.
Game
Andromeda,
recognizes game.
that's
Yeah.
right.
I was trying to, and then my microphone died.
Right.
True. She doesn't know that. Don't tell her
Tech
that.
problem saving my life.
That's the way it always goes. Which brings us to Little Bro Aboleth.
Well, bro, what you doing?
Little Bro Aboleth is going to have that T-Rex make a wisdom save.
No.
Oh.
Does it use Jeb's wisdom?
T-Rexes are known for their wisdom.
No, yeah, it's T-Rex's wisdom, not Jeb's wisdom.
I thought you kept the mental stat.
That's why if you stood still, you're invisible to their wisdom, and they can't detect you.
They call it invisible.
Stupid.
My favorite is
wisdom
Jake getting
save.
upset about jokes.
That is a 6.
That's a 6, you said?
A 6.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
Someone bop him.
Time for
That
bopping.
T-Rex is ordered to attack Laredith.
Oh,
No.
man.
Does that happen on his turn or on the what turn order?
It'll happen on his turn, but that's
Okay.
the directive of the Aboleth is to go and do that thing.
Just don't do it, bro.
I can't do anything with Cheddar because he moves after Jeb. So it's
That-
up to you guys.
That's
But does anybody know?
Well, I mean, there's
know they
not
don't
really
yet.
a way to know unless it starts turning on Laredith, like visibly.
Oh, look, he's gonna help pick up Laredith out of the water.
the Aboleth is going to swim around to the other side of the machine and position itself on the outside corner.
Little bro.
Yeah, Lil Bro. It's going to position itself over there. So that's going to be those pieces of the puzzle, which will bring us back to the top of initiative order.
Before we end initiative, I'll use my last legendary on the end of that turn,
Okay.
and I will call for reinforcements in this back corner. So I can actually call 4 reinforcements, or 1d4 reinforcements in. So let me roll that.
Excellent.
That is a single, very brave unit.
It's single. You've got, I think, the private security
Yep,
goons out
so
there.
a single, very brave soldier appears right about there.
What a bro.
I'm here, boss.
What a bro. He drops onto the ground and he goes, what does he say? What does he say? What's his greeting?
I don't-
Democracy!
That's the only thing I can think, because he has to be really like raging to be the only one willing to step out here.
Delivering liberty. Yeah, he drops into the battlefield, and we'll put him on. We'll put him on the same initiative order as you. He'll act with his commanding officer. Okay, so that brings us to the top of initiative order, which is
Fox.
the fire elemental, followed by private security. The new goon and Lieutenant Middleton are
Don't
on.
you mean my
or Svelton
turn?
are on deck.
Oh,
When
wait.
does the airship
I'm
go?
dead.
The airship, it goes on their turn. So
Oh.
on Alan's turn, it'll
Running
deposit
down
Alan.
the
On the
mountain,
Avatar's turn, it'll
astride
deposit the
a pony.
Avatar's.
Okay.
And
you
Alan
mean
is
it's my
after
turn?
Christian. Okay, so it is the fire elemental's turn. It is, of course, in the water and sad about it, but now it's down there. It's going to pick itself up, maybe by its
They're gonna get the
bootstraps.
machine. It's got like 1 hit point left.
It's going to pick itself up, and it's going to attack. It's going to attack the machine, I think. It's going
Ow.
to rush towards the machine and attack it.
Is there an open space for it to
There
do
isn't.
that?
Oh, there isn't? Okay.
Doesn't have a
Too
clear
crowded.
line.
I mean, it have to go around.
It's got 30 feet of movement. It's going to have to go around the long way.
Would that be difficult terrain since it's in water?
Oh, yeah. So 15 feet of movement. It definitely can't make it around, can it, in 15 feet?
Nope.
It's like this corner. It's like the furthest you can get.
Chat's like, I told them the Aboleths would betray us. They didn't listen.
The one reinforcement is the smartest one of the bunch.
Yeah.
He
He's been
knew.
saying it all along.
Yeah.
They've all been laughing him off as a conspiracy theorist. Okay,
He
so
is
the fire
still wearing
elemental's
a tinfoil
moving, and
hat,
it
though.
can do nothing else. It's also taking some damage from the cold, or from the water, I should say, and that's going to bring us to Sir Svelton and his goon companion. So you tell me about him, and I'll follow orders.
Okay, so now that I am not being face camped by a fire elemental, I will try to shoot something that looks squishy. I'm mad at the fire elemental. I'm going to pistol shot at the fire elemental, now laughing at it that it's in water.
Spite.
I'm just going to roll here.
My, how your pride has rallied.
Are you sure you wanted to roll there?
No, I'm not, but I'll take it. I'm sure I do not hit with a 9.
No, you do not. You take a shot, but it doesn't hit.
But I will use this opportunity to use my legendary action to call in a precision strike, and this time I'm going to do a cluster, which is 40 feet, and I'm going to call it so it hits this big guy, and
Big bro?
that so across. Actually, I think I can call it across this entire strip without hitting us, and it should hit this one and then both of the big ones.
Little
Both
bro
big
Aboleth
bros
is slowed,
and
isn't
little
it?
bro Earthling.
What's up?
Little bro Aboleth is slowed.
You're right.
For that clock drop. I don't think there's anything.
Well, he didn't really
direct
do
on, but just
anything.
FYI,
Yeah.
He did an action and a move, and I think you can only do one of the
You
other.
drop the cluster on
you
them.
can
They've
do
got a
both,
deck
it's
save
just
to
half
keep their
movement
feet,
speed.
I believe, right?
Yep. So they have a save. Otherwise, so it's 4d6
It's
damage,
action
half
or
on a
bonus.
save.
Go ahead and roll your damage. I'll figure out their saves. Big Bro Aboleth fails.
Yes.
And Little Bro Earth Elemental fails.
Yes.
8 damage. As I mute myself out of habit, I have 8 damage for everyone that failed, 4 if they succeeded.
And then
Okay.
double.
That's doubled, right?
And that is not doubled. So yeah,
Oh.
that would be 16 and 8.
Okay, thank God.
Big Bro Aboleth is going to legendary action succeed to take 8. But the Little Bro Earth Elemental takes the full 16. Right? Because that you did the doubling for them, right? Like we're in double damage world.
Yeah, so the 8 was not doubled, so it's
Okay.
16 if
16
they
for
failed.
half and 32 for
No, 16
other
if they failed. Sorry, I'm
16 if they failed. No worries.
Forgot
I'm with
about
you
the
now.
doubling.
No worries. 16 if they failed and 8 if they succeeded. So 16 off of Little Bro Earth Elemental. It's too bad for him. Sad to be Little Bro. Big Bro only takes 8. Big Bro's always been stronger, you know. Big Bro Aboleth.
And I guess the screaming security goon is just going to shoot at the Little Bro Aboleth.
I'm taking a shot, sir.
Is it
He's going
advantage since
to
it's facing away from it?
No, there's no facing in 5e.
he's going to roll to hit. That's a natural 20.
Yes.
So he takes his shot with his single rifle of ice knife, and he deals.
You go, Good.
Yes. Never thought I'd be, rooting for these
Right?
guys
yeah.
with their ice knives.
That was Big Bro Aboleth.
That was on
Little
Little
Bro.
Bro.
Little Bro
Little Bro
Aboleth is who he's
Aboleth.
attacking.
Little Bro Aboleth takes 14 points of damage.
Is that doubled already?
Yes, that is the doubled.
Okay.
Its ice knife is not a super powerful spell.
The cold damage part of it can be if you roll high.
That's
Ice
true.
knife does splash damage, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The
against
rifles.
creatures.
At the impact, or unless you did something different.
Yeah,
with
the
spell.
rifles do the splash damage, but only to the target.
Gotcha.
So, okay,
No,
so
I know what you're saying. I know
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
saying.
basically the shards blow up inside you,
Yeah.
which is pretty rough.
It's like a needler.
Yeah, it's just like a needler except made of ice. Okay,
ice
so
solar.
that's his damage for Lil Bro Aboleth. And that brings us to
Josh.
Owlin with the environmental private security goons on deck.
Since it's a new round, could I use the airship action?
Yeah.
It's dropping us off right now.
Okay.
So Owlin's getting dropped off. Oh, I see what you mean. No, this round it's doing a drop off.
Okay,
And then
so that
next round,
counts.
yeah.
Okay.
And then next round
You
you'll
can
get
drop
your
off
actions.
anywhere, Owlin.
Yeah. You can put them wherever you want. That's true. There's not a lot of spots for that, but I think the avatars need to be around, don't they?
Owlin's getting dropped off. He's on the
Alan
battlefield.
is right on Little Bro Aboleth because he sees that it is trying to lay waste to the machine, and that is not what he wants to happen. So as soon as Alan drops off, I'd like to imagine he fast ropes down the he doesn't even use the ladder, he just goes straight down, and on his way down he triggers his rage. So once again the
Yeah, I
lightning
saw the
crackles in his eyes and his ethereal lightning wings sprout, and
Your lightning thing?
Yes.
You can do that every round as a bonus action. I looked it up. So you just need to keep re-bonusing.
well, it still makes sense because when I had the Scimitar of Speed, I would always use the bonus action.
Yeah.
So when he rages, the Little Bro Aboleth needs to make a Dex save DC 17 versus his lightning damage for the
Plus
lightning
it's in
strike.
water.
Plus it's in water. And
Yep.
Owlin, with his rage, is resistant to lightning damage and is not impeded by the half-high water. And he could breathe into the water if it got higher up. And his swim speed is 30 feet. And any ally within 10 feet of him also has those attributes. 5 lightning damage. is
Doubled.
10.
10. 10 lightning damage
Little
is what
Bro
the Aboleth would
Aboleth
take.
fails his save.
So he takes 10 lightning damage.
Yay.
And then,
Attack with the hammer.
yeah, and then Owlin will do double strike with the hammer that Tacitus has gifted him.
Sure.
What are you looking for?
Nat 20 on the first,
Nice.
26 on the second.
Nice.
Oh, that's fine.
So one of the attacks does 30 damage with the double.
Yes.
The
So
other
that's 60.
60 plus 6. 66 total damage.
66 total damage.
Bludgeoning.
Great.
Yep.
The
So
aboleth.
he just on the I'd like to imagine on the fast rope he does the lightning rage, and then literally using the momentum from falling down off the rope, he smashes down into the aboleth.
brings
with
the hammer
yeah,
down.
brings the hammer down.
A huge cloud of blood explodes out of the
Yes.
side of the aboleth as you slam into it. The aboleth shrieks and roars. It's going to turn from the machine and look at Owlin. And Owlin, you're going to make a save. As a creature who touched the aboleth or hit it with a melee attack while it was within water, you make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Alan passes on his save. You feel a poison in the water surrounding the aboleth, but it does not take root in you.
Okay.
You get the idea that every time you attack the aboleth, you're going to be opening yourself up to
Okay.
this poison
That's-
with a melee attack.
All right. Alan also, if he's able to do this, if Alan looks at these two aboleths, or at least the one he's fighting right now, does this aboleth look like has there been any discerning features previously? Like, are these the same aboleths that they've encountered before in the past, or are these new aboleths?
Roll history.
Okay.
That's a good question.
I mean, they need to die regardless.
Yeah, Alan wants to know if there's more on the way. Only 8 total.
You're
on
not
the
sure.
history.
You can't remember. It's
I'm
been a
gonna
long
use
time.
my
since
inspiration to roll again.
Unrecognizable after the hammer smash.
yeah, it's hard to tell through all the blood.
19 on the after using the inspiration.
Neither of these two aboleths was in Tumbleweb.
Alan's going to shout, and he's in his rage voice now. There could be more. More could be on the way. More aboleths.
The aboleth is now going to use a legendary action. Little bro aboleth is going to use a legendary action to attack you
That was my
with
inspiration
a
coin.
tail swipe. So it's just going to it lashes out with one of its tentacles, and it rolled a natural 20. So it's going to hit. That's going to deal 15 doubled as 30 points of bludgeoning damage as it lashes forward
Halved
with its
again to
tail
15.
and slams into you. And it kind of like shrieks angrily at you. And that will... And actually... The other one's also going to use a legendary action and make a tail attack against... No, it's not, because it enslaved Jebusaurus Rex. So never
No,
mind.
it's okay. I don't mind.
No.
You can do that.
No, none of that. So that will bring us to the private security goons and their environmental actions.
Okay, so even though it may not seem like it, I do have a limited number of the special strikes. So I'm just going to call in a normal ordinance to Sector C.
Sector C. To see what he could see.
Oh,
Just throw
and-
your token on there.
And Josh has sectors mapped out mentally. That makes sense.
Yeah.
What a good throw.
Good toss.
Let's
Normal
go.
ordnance strike that's going to hit Big Bro Earth Elemental and the Fire Elemental. It comes crashing in.
Did we
You
redeem
wanna roll
Muffin
damage
Man's
for it?
boon?
Yep, so they all get dex saves, and then I'm going to roll 8d6.
Great.
Yeah.
You hear, well, the boon is coming.
Okay, cool.
You hear a call over the radio as this is happening. Hey, we've got one more of those big explosives. Where do you want it? It's Shale from the Grey Watch.
Here, I'm gonna put this for the camera to see.
Inside of the aboleth.
This is some good rolls.
The splash damage is substantial.
You got like what, 3 5s in there? A 6, a 4, a 4, a 4, and a 3.
Is that what I'm seeing?
31.
Oh, I'm missing a dice.
Doubled.
Yep, so
We're
it's
just doing that boon right now.
Yeah, so when you're good with the boon,
We'll do yours first and then the boon.
okay, the ordnance hit for 62 damage after
Yeah.
doubling. If they pass the saves, it is halved.
Okay. So Big Bro Earth Elemental failed the save but has resistance to bludgeoning.
He has resistance?
I think so. Maybe I'm remembering him wrong. Let me check now. Damage, resistance, bludgeoning. Yeah, so he's
Oh,
going to take
wow.
the normal 32,
It's still a lot.
which
yeah.
is...
I'm used to like rocket elemental.
Which is a
being
lot.
Susceptible to
Thunder
and then
damage.
Oh,
the
it's thunder,
Fire
right,
Elemental failed the save.
Have you ever
Similar,
tried?
but like the kind of makes
For
sense when
the
you think about it.
total
But yeah,
60,
Have you ever tried
it's more than
punching a
60,
rock?
right?
yeah.
I have.
Yep,
And they
62.
broke.
In a
Yeah.
hiss of smoke and steam, the Fire Elemental
Yes.
disappears from the
Nice.
battlefield.
Yeah, that's what you get for walking up to me.
When it
Dematerializes there, yep.
when it comes to the boon explosion, Alan will try to call out if the splash damage is a lot, then try to aim between the big aboleth and the smaller earth elemental.
Laredith is going to turn to Cheddar, who Cheddar is Mole, right?
Yeah.
She's going to turn to Cheddar and be like, "We need dry ground to draw the circle. How do we draw help us find dry ground?" And she just says that. That brings us to Big Bro Aboleth's turn. Big Bro Aboleth is going to... Big Bro Aboleth's attacking the machine.
No.
He's going to roll to hit. Laredith's machine has an AC of 13. How about you roll it out there?
Oh man,
Make us feel bad when we fail.
That's right.
that's good.
Oh, that's an 18 on the die.
No.
Wait, no, that's bad.
That's bad.
I thought that was a 4.
An 18 on the die is enough to beat the AC. It's going to attack the machine and deal certainly more than 1 point of damage.
Hold up.
Uh-oh. We're holding up.
Oh.
Oh.
Is it a level of exhaustion time?
Oh.
No, it's not because Jeb is enslaved,
Oh.
and I didn't get the level up with Cheddar.
Because you made him before you leveled up.
So he doesn't have converging futures, and we are out of chronal shifts.
With a...
Oh snap!
Whoa, that was explosive.
Would you remember something?
That was an explosive memory.
Hold on.
The light
hold
bulb went
on.
above his head. It
Hold on.
exploded into glass shards.
I'm holding on. I'll take a seat.
I
I'll
took
wait.
this spell a while ago.
We're going back into the archives.
Do I have a 5th level slot? I have 1 left.
Yeah.
Just one is all
Cheddar.
I need.
Says, yeah, Jeb would probably want me to do that. Yeah, that looks right. And you see this fissure in in like space-time around the aboleth kind of crack and break apart, and it disappears.
The aboleth.
The Aboleth does?
Yeah, it needs to make a wisdom saving throw. It looks like he's gonna get sucked into something.
Is it a banishment spell?
No.
Okay, I was going to say, because we've only got the Echo
No, you're
Planes.
good, you're good, you're good.
Cool. It rolled a natural 20.
No.
No, it didn't, because I said so.
I'm sorry.
What's the spell?
Does anything happen to it? Does this prevent its action at all?
Hold on, let me read it.
My man's reading the archives, combing them, searching for a way
Most
out.
epic
no.
reading soundtrack there's ever been.
No, the spell's wasted.
What spell is it?
Temporal shunt. It throws him into another point of time where the action takes place, and then when he pops back, it's wasted. But he has latched on to this part of reality and was not shunted through time.
That's a cool spell.
That is a cool
Man.
It would have been.
I'll let
story,
you.
bro.
I'll let you switch out the boon from the Grey Watch to roll it with advantage if you want.
spell. Yeah.
It's a
You should do
pivotal
that.
moment in
You
the
should do
story.
that. You should do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I guess he rolls
he's
with
rolling it.
disadvantage.
He's rolling
But
it.
yeah,
Thanks,
Yeah.
Muffin Man.
Thank you, Muffin Man.
You're giving us this opportunity.
Yeah.
I can't make him up.
No, don't you say it.
I can't make him up. Do you want to
Don't
tell him?
you
Do you want
say
to tell him
it.
what he rolled?
No.
It is a natural.
Natural one.
It's a 1.
Yeah.
It's a 1. Thank God. I'm gonna be like, and that's another natural 20.
So let me read the
wasting
spell.
that.
You
Okay.
target the triggering creature, which must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or vanish, being thrown to another point in time and causing the attack to miss or the spell to be wasted. At the start of its next turn, the target reappears where it was or in the closest unoccupied space. The target doesn't remember you casting the spell or being affected by it.
The airship
Interesting.
arrives to drop off the avatars. So wherever you want to put them on the field of battle, you
Jake
can.
put them.
Great. And
Not us. We're talking about those.
At the end of this round,
Oh, they
I
were
would
already
also
put there.
like to take my second legendary. So I assume
go ahead. They're
I
already there.
overheard them saying they needed dry ground, right?
yes,
And the water's pouring in through those two, like, gaps in the cavern, right, or the chasm.
it is mostly there. It's also pouring over like the back of the cliffs. It's just so shallow at that point that it's not like you're not even wading in it. It's just kind of like ankle deep as it rolls over.
So it's not coming through those channels.
not
It's
just
even
those channels.
going over
Yeah,
the top.
it's like the whole mountains are.
But I assume the channels are a lot of water pouring
Yes,
through.
lots
So
of water.
I am going to actually call a precision strike. I'm going to call a pulsar directly on one of the channels to try to see if the
Try and
the
close
shock
it.
wave can cause an avalanche.
That's dope.
One.
This one right now, because I don't want to hit these people here.
Great.
So, Josh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Explosives.
you explosives. Because that never
There-
got triggered.
there's explosives on that one, so it's going to
Fox
detonate
did
along
trap
with
both
this.
of them.
Okay, I'll just not roll then. It works.
I remember I oceansed both of them for a reason.
You oceaned the fool out of it.
That's right.
Get oceansed.
Here, you want to block up that entryway a little bit?
I got you.
Nice. Hey, look, it's that terrain that I know and love.
It's the terrain that you know and love.
That was unfortunately, I think, my last pulsar.
So is that helping to stem the water?
I think that's the intent.
It's the intent.
Yes, it is definitely stemming the water. There's still water is pouring over the top too, but it's
Right,
very
right.
shallow. It would be like, ankle height, and it wouldn't be roaring like a waterfall. It would start to pool if you closed the two things. So it would give you basically a time before the pool reached you again.
I just don't have.
We have a loop over here.
I almost took like ice wall, and I was like, I'm never going to use this.
Fair. That's fair.
You hate to see it.
It's always those spells you think you're never going to use and
Yeah.
end up coming in handy.
It's almost like every wizard spell is useful.
Chat, I agree with you. We are always constantly seconds away from another death. That brings us to Zothkug's turn.
So, Zothkug is tired of kind of relying on the airship and is going to use his legendary item,
Oh?
Potion of Dragon's Majesty.
Oh.
Yeah, he is. Oh, yeah, he is.
And he's going to fly him and Kay over to the battlefield.
What happens when he drinks the potion? What does it look like?
So, so I guess no one sees it other than Kay, but Zoth pulls out this gold potion, golden potion with a silver dragon scale in it, and transforms
Let's
into
go.
a silver dragon,
Oh, wow.
and for 1 hour will remain in this form and have the game stats of an adult silver dragon.
Let's go.
Wow.
He just doesn't have access to a dragon's shape change or legendary action.
I got you.
Cool.
I'm gonna pull up the stats for a silver dragon now.
Okay.
And you said, and Kay is riding on your back?
If Kay wishes.
Yeah, Kay will do it.
That's awesome.
Kay thinks that's pretty cool, dude. Whoa, bro.
Has yet to do something useful besides do his job.
He threw a Stein once.
He threw a Stein and he totally hit that guy with the Stein.
It was a red solo Stein.
EXP because
So the-
I participated.
Yeah.
The fly speed is 80 feet. So he could move, what is it? We said 2 flies?
Yeah,
Well,
so
you're
he
dropping
dash
in on the ship, aren't
as
you?
his fly.
What?
I thought you dropped in on the ship. I'm wrong.
No, he's not. He's flying with,
Yeah.
so he doesn't have the ship. You can cover half the distance with a dash action.
Okay.
So you'd fly this turn and fly next turn, and then you'd be on the field of battle.
160, 320.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's close enough.
Okay.
Close enough to use your breath weapon on something?
No, because we normalized AoE.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
So that's going to bring us to Jeb and Cheddar's turn. Jeb, you've been commanded to attack Laredith.
I thought that was the machine.
You're right. The machine. That's worse.
It is.
I
substantially
also
worse.
heard Laredith,
I
but
thought- I don't know. Play back the tape.
So either way,
This
it's
white
bad.
dice. Let me tell you a
Chad, do you
story.
remember?
This white dice. I
This
love
white
this
dice.
white dice.
Yeah?
And it rolls terrible. So I'm going to use it.
Okay.
Now you
right.
jinxed it.
It just looks so cool. Yeah. The one time. No, 20, baby.
Is it a nat 20?
No, he hasn't rolled yet.
Okay.
That was the sarcasm coming out.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go.
here we go.
Oh my God, I cannot believe that. I cannot
I
believe
told
that.
you you
It is
jinxed
a nat
it, Wash.
20.
I
It
told you you
literally is
jinxed
a nat
it.
20.
It's a natural 20.
I have to go outside. I
my.
just
Cleo,
I
don't
can't.
go. Don't go. Don't do it.
Okay.
The
Oh my.
not for
What
you
the
all.
crap? Okay, that was delayed. That was a delayed blast reaction from me. What the crap? Okay, go ahead.
Not for you all, but for us, the viewers. The sound of the water fades away, and the kind of pulsing void light of the battlefield fades away. Fox. Everything around you is gray. Everything around you is misty. Everything is slightly damp. No, just your ankles are damp. Your ankle. You have 2 ankles. You look down. 2 legs. You wait. No, not legs. Incorporeal. Misty legs. Fog. What is? You find yourself in the gray scale of the ethereal plane. You have no idea if your gambit worked or didn't work. Although since you're here, you know it hurt you. But you feel no pain. You don't feel anything. You are standing just offshore of a gray beach in gray water under a gray sky, surrounded by a gray fog that kind of is your horizon.
It's great.
It's the same look, the same feel everywhere you look. You try to walk towards shore, don't get to shore. It never seems to get closer. You're only 10 feet away from shore. 15 feet? 15 feet away from shore? The sound of the water lapping against the beach taunts you because you can't seem to get to the beach. Your feet are, you feel the sand. No, wait, that's not sand. You don't feel that. It's not quite real enough. But you're here. What do you do?
Fox is lost for a moment, and well, he's done. Like, he's done what he needed to do. And no matter what happens down there, he's out of his hands. So he's going to take something that he hasn't felt like he's been able to do in a very, very long time. He's just going to take a walk. He's just going to walk through, let the water, not water, just kind of just, you know, embrace the silence and the reprieve from the anxiety of trying to save the world, and realize he's done his part. It's up to them. Either way, at least he gets to chill, you know, just rest.
Take a deep breath. Fox walks along the beach. It looks the same. You can't really see anything further in from the sand, so the sand doesn't really change. You can't really see anything out in the water. No, wait. Maybe you can see something out in the water. Is that a boat? No. It looks like maybe lanterns on the deck of a boat, but you don't see the boat. No, lanterns? No, those aren't lanterns. They're too big and too small to be lanterns. They're getting closer? No, maybe they're not getting closer. Maybe they're getting bigger. Maybe they're right here. Maybe they're within arm's reach. Maybe they're swirling around your head. You turn, you spin, they're everywhere. They're all around you. These kind of bright twinkling lights. They play kind of a melodic something trying to communicate with you.
Hello?
As you look at them more closely, they're all different sizes. It's not that one is changing sizes, it's that there's a bunch of them and they're all different sizes, like large incorporeal fireflies. They're not all fireflies though. Some of them, as you look closer, you see they're not fully fireflies. They're slightly formed. You know, you look down and you have those weird misty legs. Some of them have like, you know, still a little bit of their body. It's just smaller and now it's suspended in the air. You're walking along, you see well, I mean, you don't recognize any of them, but you see a number of creatures of all varieties, all shapes and sizes. You don't hear any words, but you hear kind of this melodic communication coming from them. You see, you see a lot of you say hello to them. They don't quite answer you, but they seem to be trying to communicate.
What are you? I can't understand.
One of them flies towards you and just kind of sinks into your chest, which your chest isn't corporeal. It's not like you feel anything, but you totally felt that. And then it kind of pops out the back of you and keeps flying. And all of a sudden, they're not singing. They're not playing little melodies. All of a sudden, you're hearing voices, whispers. You're hearing the souls that have been unable to pass on. They are in the ethereal plane, trapped just on the other side of whatever the dividing line is. And the whispers are getting louder as you continue your walk. And you come across a familiar face in the crowd of whispers. It takes a little while to recognize him because you're used to seeing him with his eyes sunken in, under the influence of a drug that he's been addicted to. You're used to seeing him with a big cloak on. Now he's walking upright. But you walk towards him. You're used to seeing him out of his right mind. He looks towards you and he goes,
Circle?
Fox? Fox?
What?
Fox?
What are you doing here?
I found it. I found my name.
I mean,
My name is Raisha. I found it.
Raisha?
Raisha, that's my name. That's what I was born as. I found it.
Wow. Okay.
And wait, there's more to find though. There's so many of us.
Well,
and we've been waiting for just an opportunity like this. Wait, you have to meet everyone. Come here, come meet everyone.
Whoa. So
What?
just slow down, all right?
Okay.
I'm just okay. Now I'm trying to process
Okay.
seeing you. I don't know. I thought I'd be alone. I don't know how this works.
We all thought. Well, none of us really knew what to think. I mean, who knows what death is supposed to be like, right? We think we're dead. You're dead, right?
So
Did you die?
I'm definitely dead.
Well, that's what we think. Do you remember dying?
I mean, I remember doing something very much that would have resulted in a very likely death. So.
Okay, well, that's pretty much how it is for most of. I mean, I personally was stabbed. You were there through the neck, and I was like, that's probably not recoverable.
I remember.
So yeah, that was not great. But you were great to me.
Do you remember everything? Like, how does it work when I know you were having a hard time?
I had to find them. My name was floating around here. Also, I found your buddy's name. Did he get it back?
Oh, what?
Well, there was like it was like 2 days or something where his name was floating around, Soft Cugs, and I saw it and I threw it back. Did he get it? I tried really hard.
He caught it.
Okay, awesome, great. I tried to give it back to him, and I didn't know if it. I mean, I've been stuck out here. I tried to get onto the shore, and I couldn't get to the shore.
Here?
I've been whatever here is. We don't really know where here is.
Why would she do that?
I don't know. But then get this. Something happened.
Okay.
I don't really. Time is weird here. The sun doesn't go up and go down, so I don't know when it happened. But like something happened, sort of recently enough that I still remember it. Things fade the longer you're here. But
okay.
like your feet. Watch out for that.
Whoa,
and you see your feet are starting to like kind of fade away as you shrink just a tiny bit.
Do I have to keep walking?
I'm not really sure how it works.
All right,
but the closer we get to this direction, the easier it gets. And as you're walking with circles, you see you're becoming more and more corporeal. You're still in the water. You're closer to shore.
I am like high knee walking.
Fox high knees alongside circles. But I think something is happening. Like that is happening soon. Or recently? In the past?
We just did a thing.
So there was a boat though. We've been waiting for a boat for so long.
Wow.
And then there was a boat.
What kind of boat?
It was like a, like in the water, like a boat, like a.
Oh, you mean like physically here?
Well, it was
in this water?
Not right here. It was in this water, but not like right here. I mean, I was walking.
We're
still.
right here right now.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We're here. It's not here because you'd see it. If it was here. But what happened was, so there's some of us and we have found each other sort of. We talk and
like
some of us,
now.
some of them know you. Some of them know you.
Oh.
Some
of who?
Some of us.
Other dead people?
Well, I mean, if we're dead, I mean, like I said, we only think we're dead. We don't really know for sure, but it's kind of depressing to say like, hey, I'm dead. So, we don't really talk about it like that. But,
I don't want to like break it to you, sir. I'm pretty sure you're dead.
Oh man. Well, that's
I
rough.
watched you die.
So
You also watch the.
What were we talking about?
Something about water boats.
Boats. I saw a boat. There was a boat.
There's
here.
a boat?
Yeah,
Here?
well, not right here. But, and you continue walking with circles. You realize that he's stuck in a little bit of a loop, but if you can keep him moving, then
Okay.
he doesn't get back in the loop. He resets when you come to a rest. Not like,
Sure.
yeah, his memories kind of set him back a little ways. So it's like his short-term memory. Like his long-term
Right.
memory is all there, but his short-term memory seems to be getting interrupted. He leads you on, and eventually you get to the group, right? He's talking about these other creatures he knows. You see there is a boat docked on the shore, but there's only half of a boat.
Circle, is that the boat?
That's the one that it's a boat. And look, and it's here, and you're here, and I'm here.
Yes.
Yeah, but I've been here before, and there was no boat.
Yes,
I was here for a
yes.
while.
You've said
I think time is weird.
Yes.
So
Yes.
the boat though, there's a boat, and it's here, but it's not all of a boat, but just maybe a little while ago, maybe in a little bit. I'm not sure. There was it was like a and the water went and then someone threw a rope and tied down the boat. So there was like it was like an anchor was given back to the boat. It didn't have one, and then it had one, and then the boat. So there's a boat right here.
Okay, so-
we're here. The boat's here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Slow down.
Uh-huh.
Slow down. All right.
Yeah.
We're talking about the boat.
Right.
What about the people?
Oh, there are some people. I met some people, and we were talking, and then there was a boat. This boat here, and the people. I think maybe they in the past or in the future or now they got on the boat. I think maybe some of us are on the boat, but we can't all be on the boat because the boat's not. There's a boat over there. By the way, have you seen that? There's a boat. There's
Hey, Circle,
right up there.
Let's
There's a
go
boat.
talk to the people about the boat.
Sure. Okay. Let's go talk to the people about the boat. And as he walks towards the boat, you can see that there is a crowd of people who are still more corporeal. They've perhaps
Okay.
been here less time, and so they still have some semblance of themselves.
Still have their feet.
They still have their feet, shall we say.
Yeah.
And they're not high stepping. So, you're still like maybe gingerly stepping towards them. Splish, splash, splish, splash. You walk over towards them. And many of them you do not recognize, but there is another one that you do recognize. Well, wait, no. Is that recognition, or is that remembrance, or are you meeting them, but they feel is it deja vu? Is it, you're not sure? Oh, wait, no, it's,
Sorry.
no, it's you.
New existence. Who dis?
They turn towards you, and it's a dwarf. He's a shorter dwarf, and he turns towards you, and he looks at you. He squints. So I was flying, I think.
You were
Or falling?
flying?
I was falling?
You were in the air.
I think I was in the air. And then, you figure out its tactus before tactus figures out its tactus. But I was in the air. You were there. There was dragons.
Were you on a wolf?
I had a wolf. Where's?
Tactus.
That's my name.
I got you.
Wait.
Wait, what's my name?
You look like a lily?
That's my name.
Yo! Okay, wait. So now we're both here.
Yeah.
So I got here and there was this boat here.
Okay,
This
yes,
boat was here.
He's been telling me all about it.
Circles chimes in like, there's a boat. We're here and there's a boat and it's here and we're here and we're also.
Yes, Circle. Yes.
So wait. Okay. So if you're here.
Yes.
Oh no. Does that mean that? Oh, you died.
Yeah.
That is so sad. He reaches out to put a hand on your shoulder consolingly. It phases through you. I'm so sorry about your loss. You feel the weird kind of displacement of your misty body.
You don't have to do that.
Well, it just is so. I was just gonna comfort you.
No,
you know,
I appreciate it, but it feels really weird to
So
touch other people.
wait.
this
So
form.
how are the guys? How's
To be fair, they lived longer than me, I think.
okay?
I just saw that there was a shell coming in.
A shell.
Yeah, like the
Like we're on a
exploding,
beach. Beaches have shells like this. And he picks up a misty shell. Like this one.
like think like a rock that explodes.
Oh,
An exploding one.
exploding. I've seen exploding before.
Yeah,
and he kind of like kicks his foot to make it splash in the water like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was coming for remember how we were setting up this machine?
I don't. There was a machine.
Yeah, we were doing something. I don't know. We had like 3 pillars or something, and we were like trying to tie ropes around them. I can't remember if it was like for a game or something.
Everything around you goes dark. You are for the briefest moment locked inside your own mind, and you see, no, you don't see, you just hear maybe the vague outline. You don't have dark vision. You can't see in the dark. Everything is dark in front of you. Is that a fin? Is that a tail? Wait, no, it's, you know her. Is it Willow? You hear her voice. Wait, remember. Everything comes back. The gray surrounds you. You are in the misty place. Tactus is with you. So there was a machine, you say.
We were trying to save the world.
Okay.
We were the
world?
Cataclysm.
There's a world?
The cataclysmic ritual.
What?
The aboleths.
What about the ritual?
You were there.
Another head pokes over the edge of the boat. Ritual? What's up? What?
Okay. You died trying to save the living world where you were before this.
I did that?
Yes, you were very awesome.
Wow.
You were a king.
Thanks for saying that. He holds out a hand to shake your hand, forgetting that it will phase right through your hand.
I would, but we're not.
We're not what?
Anymore.
Oh.
You're dead.
And his hand phases straight through him. I'm dead? This
Look at
is
where
death?
your hand is when you touch yourself. Look at this, and I touch him.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're not doing good. I took a face full of exploding.
The ground begins to shake and tremor. The waves begin to spill up just for a brief moment, and then it comes back down again. That was weird.
I think we're running out of time.
Waves. Running out of time? What's time?
We're running out of time. We're running out of it.
Do I have any? He pulls out his pockets.
No.
Can I give you some?
No, we have to. The boat. What does the boat mean?
The boat?
The boat.
There is a boat. Circles, there's a boat.
I get on the boat.
It's not Circles, man. I remembered it. It was Raisha. Raisha. Do I have a name like that?
Raisha, Tactus.
Your name is Tactus. Tactus, that's my name.
We get on the boat.
We're
getting on the boat.
Okay, they get on the boat. You climb up onto the boat. It's still only halfway formed.
Okay.
There's a...
Boats are important.
You hear another voice very quietly from down on one of the lower decks of the ship. Lily?
Hello?
Lily? And your dad, no longer sick, no longer bedridden, walks up the steps to the lower deck of the boat.
Dad?
Lily, you didn't. Did you... You said you weren't going to get wrapped up in all this.
Sorry, Dad.
No, don't apologize. I think it's cool. I just am... I mean, it's sad that you're here, you know.
I was kind of hoping we'd meet on better terms.
I mean, this is pretty good. I'm not coughing anymore.
You're looking great.
I'm feeling great. I don't really feel, but that's better than feeling sick. And
So I may have not succeeded in our plan.
What plan?
We were gonna save the world.
Oh, that's a reasonably sized plan.
Yeah. I got tied up in the thing I said I wasn't gonna get tied up in.
Yeah, I remember how you weren't gonna do any adventures, so you left. You were going on your not adventure. Your mom said she's gonna get wrapped up in an adventure out there, and I was like, no, she said she's not, but I guess you did. That's okay. Maybe we can still be part of the adventure. Maybe what's an adventure like?
Adventure. Well, we get a
The
band
lights go
together.
out. You're running out of time. Fox, remember, it's about the anchors. The light comes back on.
It's about this boat.
What about the boat? An adventure?
This boat is the adventure. The boat, the anchors. We need anchors.
Like the name of the boat? I have a name. And he's got a name. His name's Raisha.
Yes, no. The anchors. Where's the anchors?
The anchors? Do boats have... What's an anchor?
I just frantically look for the anchor.
You find there's a huge, metal chain, that's wrapped around a thing. It's been thrown over the side, and it goes into the water. You can assume there's an anchor at the end of it. As you find it, a huge tremor runs up it, and a gout of water blasts away from the edge. One of the links is being severed as you watch it happen.
Dad!
Yes.
Raisha! Tactus! We gotta pull the chain!
We gotta pull the chain.
We gotta pull the chain!
Oh, okay. And everyone just kind of rallies around Fox as he leads this group. They come over and they grab hold of the chain and they begin. It's like one of those big wheels that you wrench, on the boat. And so everyone kind of takes a post sticking out of the side of it, and they're kind of forcing against it. They're incorporeal; it doesn't turn. But wait, as you push at it, as Fox rallies them, they become, their hands are corporeal, just their hands. They start pushing. It starts turning. Stuff starts happening.
We gotta push harder.
Push harder.
Keep pushing.
Okay. We're pushing. Everyone is pushing. It starts to turn. The chains begin being reeled inwards on the battlefield, on the cliffs. Jebusaurus Rex turns. On the boat, the waves begin shaking and swelling upwards. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Ooh.
This is fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together. That's a 28.
Fox, the chain snaps and begins falling away. Jebusaurus Rex has attacked the machine. It is being destroyed. The threads are fizzling out in this moment. Fox leaps forward to grab the chain. You don't grab the chain. In the water, reaching out of it, is Willow's hand. She reaches up, she holds your hand, but together, the two of you drag the ethereal plane and the material plane together, recolliding and connecting it.
Let's go!
Fox, you are still not corporeal. You don't walk out on the battlefield, but on the battlefield, all around you, will-o-wisps fade into view, the spirits of the dead who have been trapped here, unable to move on to the other planes. They use essentially a collective legendary action to break all of the mind control that the Aboleths have established on the field of battle.
Yes, let's go.
And in that moment, when everything breaks, this brief flash of legendary action, each of you sees somebody different. There's so many people to see. Alan, you see a Makar Pedrin who is confident, standing, cured of his sort of poisonous pride, who's standing there, he's grinning at you, he's saluting the way you did when you left. Zothkug, you see Groot, the Myconid, who passed away in the kind of onslaught of the Aboleths. Jeb, you see Grandpa Cole, and Grandpa Cole looks at you as you destroy the machine. He pulls out a blunderbuss and he chronal shifts you.
Awesome.
And then he says, and he does the convergent futures instead. He pulls the futures together, takes a layer of exhaustion, and says, "It's all you now, pup." And you are teleported away. The machine is not destroyed as Fox and Willow, straining, holding onto each other, are holding the planes together just long enough that the spirits of the dead can influence the battlefield. And we find ourselves at the top of initiative order on the battlefield, a void, a rift in the distance, burning. The city of Stainless collapsed. Fox on the other side doing who knows what. Eventually, Willow's hand slips and you are wrenched back onto the boat, where you are joined by Raisha and by the others, Jeb. As the spirits fade, you see that Grandpa Cole has taken a layer of exhaustion, which in this world manifests as him becoming mistier and less corporeal. And as he disappears behind him, Violet waves to you and says, "You can do it, Daddy."
No.
And then the ethereal plane is gone. And we are all standing at the top of combat initiative. And we have one round in the stunning of having their mental acuity broken. The Aboleths miss their turns. The elementals don't, but the Aboleths miss this round of combat. So at the top of it here with that single private security dude who's like, "I knew I could do it." He's like, "That was me. That was all me." And Sir Svelton Mid.
I assume, even though I probably didn't see anyone, I probably saw all the will-o'-the-wisps come up and
Yes,
everything.
you did. You saw all the kind of glowing will-o'-the-wisps, and then they disappeared, and everyone's crying on the battlefield for some reason. Jebasaurus Rex is staring off in the distance, his little hat still perched on his head.
He's just waving with the tiny little T-Rex hand.
Yeah. And it is go time.
I am going to sigh. I guess it's time to be on the right side of history. I want every airship that we have to fire on that Earth Elemental with everything you have.
Oh, that's fun. Let's do... I don't have a mechanic for this. He's throwing me for a loop here. Let's do like a rain of attacks. Let's have everybody roll... No, let's not do it that way. Let's do it this way instead.
I was just going to launch an incendiary and 2 ordinances at it because I think that's
Is that everything you have?
everything I have remaining.
Okay, great. Let's hit him with that. Incendiary and 2 ordinances on the elemental.
The big guy.
Yep.
Big bro Earth Elemental.
Big bro Earth Elemental is about to have a bad day. The ordinance.
Big bro.
That
And then
is
the incendiary.
26 d6 damage.
26d6?
That's 20 to do an
He dead.
incendiary
He
and
gone.
ordinance is 26 d6.
Take him off the field.
Boom. Oh wow.
He's just gone. He melts away back into the ground. Jebasaurus Rex, helpfully freed of his mind control, turns, well, I guess does whatever he wants. I've got him, I think, next in initiative order here. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Owlin and then Jebasaurus Rex, and then
Has
Zoth.
Big Bro Aboleth gone since the chronal shift took him out of time?
No, so he pops back into space where the Jebasaurus Rex is, expecting it to attack the machine.
He's like, yes, do my bidding. Rage against the machine.
Yeah, Jeb's not gonna do that. He's going to.
He's the machine in the sense that Rage Against the Machine.
I don't know that a T-Rex is going to have to bother justifying to itself what it does.
That's true.
He's going to fly up into the air.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's still flying.
Okay.
And he's going to drop. Like he's going to... Cheddar's going to cancel the fly on him.
Oh, just splat onto...
60 feet
Okay.
The boons
of
coming
fall
in.
damage.
I see the boons. I'm watching them. Yeah.
On the
Actually, that would be cool. But no. Jeb's going to fly up super high in the sky.
Okay.
And he's going to drop the polymorph. And so he's just sitting there. His coat is like flapping in the wind. And invigorated by being able to see his daughter and to be given this chance by his grandpa, he says, "Grandpa, I really want to make you proud." And with his magic is now back.
Yes.
His blunderbusses are in their sheaths. He holds his hands up into the air and
Let's
swirls
go.
them around. And these 7 motes of these super condensed stars and gravity just like around him as he casts Crown of Stars. And they're just like spinning, shoo, 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 shoo. And he is going to just like start raining them down every turn. He's just going to be
Okay.
4d12 for this first one.
This is Big Bro Aboleth you're attacking, right?
Yes.
Okay.
44 points of damage.
Great.
Ow.
Is that with the doubled?
Yes.
Okay. 44 points of damage. Great. Carry on. If there's more for your turn.
And then... Oh. That's actually it for now.
Okay.
But he's like ramping up. The next turn, he's just going to start layering stuff on top of this.
Do you want to put Jeb on top of a little thing on the map?
Yes, I would like to do that.
Also, as this turn finishes, here's the first of the 2 boons the chat has just granted. You hear not a call over the radio, but Radford from the airship hears
Put him
a
on top of
familiar cry,
Just a bit. He's like way up.
a bit of a rallying cry, a bit of it's almost like a gong, except it's a vocal inflection that he's heard hundreds of times from the Sunset House, as the Solis who stayed behind to defend them in Thraxenhaus domain come rushing over the mountains, riding the water using their kind of monk dexterity.
running on water.
Yeah, running on the water. just sprinting towards the battlefield. Chat's delivered to Bane, so that's coming too.
Nice.
Sprints towards the battlefield. The three of them rushing down the mountains.
I agree, Apple Cats.
The second boon from chat is that I've been really excited for this boon this whole game. I'm sorry, I'm getting so excited just thinking about it. You hear a distant humming. As your cipher truck races through the mountains. And Jeb is flying, so it can only go to under him. You have just said he's exactly above an aboleth. It rams into the aboleth and deals 12d12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
We're not going to bother rolling. Big Bro Aboleth is down.
Yeah.
He is off the field of battle.
Wow.
Which leaves us Little Bro Aboleth
And Little Bro.
and Little Bro Stone Elemental
And water
and a
elemental.
Water Elemental on the field of battle. Chat has also cast a Bane that I need to roll for.
I can't believe
you would do this.
The Cypher truck has been driving underwater for months.
Covered in seaweed and
It's
particles.
disgusting. Covered in gross. And then it drove through the mountains where a planar rift has opened, so it's also covered in like city debris.
Nothing's stopping it.
It's a beast.
Nothing's gonna stop this
And
truck.
Lane Mollusk comes over the comms like, what, do you think I was going to build it cheap?
Worth every penny.
Yes. Worth every stolen penny.
Every stolen penny. Every red nickel.
100%.
The Bane that has been rolled is Airship Trouble. Bruiser is so excited watching what's happening that he accidentally bounces off one of the platforms, and the ship has to leave the battlefield for 1d4 rounds, which one of you can roll to conduct repairs.
I'm glad I wasn't on it then.
Three rounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cleo, do you mind tracking that since you're not on the battlefield?
Sure.
Great. So Cleo's going to watch for 3 rounds of the top of initiative.
Does this round count?
No.
Okay.
It's leaving right now. So then 3
Okay.
rounds of repairs. Okay, so we're back in initiative order, which puts us at no, Big Bro's dead. It's not his turn. Zoth, have you gone yet?
No.
Okay, it's Zothkug's turn.
Can he land this turn?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
the
he can
big
get off the
dragon.
airship. That's fine.
He's not on the airship. He's a big dragon.
Oh, well, yeah, you can definitely
I'm
do
a
that.
big dragon now.
He's gonna
Wow.
land behind Little Bro Aboleth.
Okay. I love that this is what we call them,
my.
by the way. I'm so here for this.
Hey, little bro.
I need to put the void
Oh, look,
lighting
it's
back.
flanked.
Yeah.
Would you look at that?
Where's
Oh,
Big Bro,
man.
huh?
and
Don't forget, there's more. Aboleths.
Oh, yeah, I know. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what Alan called out. Alan
I
wanted
was just recalling that.
it's gonna make 1 bite attack and 2 claw attacks.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
We're gonna use the dragon D20,
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
which is actually a D60 with 1 through 20 written 3 times.
I see.
Yo, let's go.
So first is the bite,
The bite of 87.
12.
plus
On the die.
13.
That's 25.
25.
25.
I'm gonna roll it at advantage in case I get that 20.
No.
Oh, so close. It was right there.
Okay, so that's 1 hit. That's hit with the bite, and then I'll roll for the claws. 17 plus.
You said
It's-
12?
That one was 17.
Yeah, and I'm
that
saying
hits.
plus.
Plus 13.
17 is Little Bro's AC.
And that one hits too.
Yeah.
That was the advantage roll.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay.
Do 19 still crit in Jeb's presence?
No.
Do 19's crit near the rod's presence?
No, because the
Oh,
rod's
okay.
not attuned. At
It's
the
getting
point
siphoned
when
out.
the
Oh, right,
magic was
right.
brought back in, the rods
Right.
broke their
Oh,
attunement.
okay.
Now they are tools for the avatars.
So all 3 attacks hit, just no crits.
Okay, all 3 attacks hit. You want to go ahead and roll some damage?
That's going to be
double it.
2d10 plus 8.
Oh, he's got 6 HP. Never mind. You kill him. I looked down at his health and I was like, oh, never mind. He's dead. Little Bro Aboleth, dead, destroyed. You eat him. Just breaks down with that bite and just
He's
chomp
like,
him up.
I'm going to get you, Azamar, and then he just disappears in a giant mouth.
Yep.
That's his turn.
As that
calamari.
aboleth leaves the field of battle and their mental concentration on the energy from the plane of limbo dissipates, the water elemental dissipates. And you are, for the briefest moment, left unchallenged on the battlefield.
Is
There's
that Earth Elemental still there?
No, he dissipates
They
too.
both do.
The water is still rushing across the battlefield. I have a flood send. Why am I whooshing? Here we go. The water is still rushing across the battlefield.
Can Zoth, as a dragon, like block the entryway?
Just like sit in it.
Yeah.
Boom.
As a dragon.
Yeah, he hustles over and he just plops down. You have bought 12 rounds where the water is pooling, but it has not reached where they need to draw the magic circle.
Okay.
That should be enough. Laredith is like, that was, I'm going to do the thing. And Laredith takes the chisel that she had impaled to allow herself to redirect damage from the machine, and she begins digging an arcane circle that begins at the corner of the machine. Just digging. It takes her 6 rounds to do this circle. I'm just going to roll 6 complication die.
Can
I'm
Alan
going
spend
to-
those 6 rounds repairing the machine?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And Jeb is going to run down next to Laredith, and he's going to use mold earth to turn the muddy terrain back into like solid terrain. He's just going to like
Perfect.
follow in front of her.
Great. In the course of these 6 rounds, we have rolled 2 complications.
Just stay there.
I'm going to roll to see what they
Oh, no.
are.
Cheddar's totally going to mold earth too and help. Heck yeah.
Sorry, the complications would have been really impactful like 6 seconds ago. One of them is, whoops, a player falls prone. So like as someone's working, you like
It's
slip
Zoth.
on the puddle of water. Zoth as a dragon, he like plops down and then falls over, like he gets his weight wrong. And the other one is, it's a terrible day for rain, Lieutenant. And a thunderstorm begins brewing in the distance and moving towards you. It will not get here in time to impact your activity
Circle.
on the field of battle.
Jeb's not taking a chance.
Yep, that's fine. So all of your stuff works essentially.
Yeah.
The cipher truck that rammed into the aboleth or whatever, surrounded by mud and dirt and gore and who knows what else. Entire trees seem to have been destroyed on its windshield. Its windshield is just a plaster of dead bugs. So it's just sitting there waiting for whatever its action is. And the magic circle is built. And the avatars sit together in the center of the circle, and Satonia
Andromeda does
begins
that.
singing in Celestial. The book of exalted deeds that only Garlo can open rests open on his lap so that she can read the incantation aloud. As she does so, Kay turns to those of you who are still alive, and he says, "This is it, guys. This is goodbye. And I know you maybe haven't felt great about me up to this point because I know you guys are really into Harshin vibes and I'm not. But I want you to know that you have proven that the age of the avatars is over. That it doesn't take divine energy to save the world. It doesn't take the gods to save the world. Although when they get here, don't tell them I said that. What you guys have proven is that, maybe Owara's onto something. Maybe ingenuity is where it's at. So you know what? I won't see you on the other side. And unfortunately, the guy who's going to do the month of mellow for me isn't going to do it because he's dead. But I think you've made the world a better place. And I want you to have this." And he hands his biggest stein out to the group. There's a drink in there that gives you a level up. And as each of you drink it, the avatars cast the cataclysmic ritual, their voices echoing over the mountaintop. And again, everything fades. Except for the avatars. The 4 avatars kind of disappear from the magic circle. And we leave the material plane, the echo planes, we leave all of this experience. And we follow the avatars to watch what comes next. And to do that, we need to make a little change at the table.
Okay.
Oh.
What is
Oh my.
I see.
Oh.
I've just been handed a Laredith stat block.
After this short 15-minute intermission, our players are going to take control of the avatars whose stat blocks I've just handed them, and they're going to rip the aboleths out of the fabric of history. Or not. We'll see in 15 minutes.